The momentum. It was interesting to hear Jim Montgomery say during your pregame interview, this is a team that he feels can be exploited defensively.
It seems to be true with a lot of teams, right? It was certainly true with the St. Louis Blues. You know, when I look at team strengths, right, I mean, kind of the opposite with the Bruins. The Bruins need to be better defensively if they're going to be successful. But can they take advantage of other teams in that offensive end? I think from the Bruins' mindset, the fact that Pastrnak had a great third period, McAvoy had a really good third period with a goal and an assist. I think that now can they build on that? Because they needed those two guys to get going. I mean, there's no question about it. You know, Marchand's going to do his thing. He's going to be involved. He's going to be doing, he's gotten a couple game-winning goals, overtime game-winning goals. But you need those two guys to be impactful. Those are your leaders. Those three players especially. But when you look at Pastrnak, who hadn't scored in 7 games going into the last one against St. Louis, and you look at McAvoy, who'd been struggling offensively and was taken off that top power play unit until Hampus Lindholm got injured in that game against St. Louis, they needed something good to happen for them. And I don't know about you, but just kind of watching them and seeing them around, they looked a little like the weight of the world is off their shoulders a little bit. But now can they build on it? I think it goes a long way that those two guys were really impactful in that game against the Blues in the win.
Yeah, much looser feel around the team here the last couple of days. Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll be back with the opening face-off next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Thursday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Back here in Dallas, the Bruins and the Stars about to get underway tonight. Bruins looking to continue some of their positive momentum. Dallas Stars coming off a 7-1 win over Pittsburgh on Monday night, trying to do the same, as Pete DeBoer talked about this morning. Getting ready for our national anthems. They are introducing tonight's hometown hero in Dallas as well. Let's go down to ice level and join the festivities.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And except for the opening face-off, Dallas Stars, Boston Bruins. We take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Dallas is Jake Ottinger. On defense, the pairing of Miro Heiskanen and Esa Lindell. And up front, Evgeny Dodonov, Rupe Hintz, and Jason Robertson. For the Bruins, it'll be Jeremy Swayman going again in goal. On defense, Charlie McAvoy and Nikita Zadorov. And up front, David Pastrnak, Morgan Geekie, and Pavel Zacha. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SportsHub. New customers get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Rob Shomes of Dunbarton, New Hampshire. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Rob will pick up a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. We talked about Jordan Osterley getting called up from Providence yesterday. Today, Patrick Brown has been called up, and he is in the lineup tonight, replacing Tyler Johnson. Puck will get deep into the Bruins zone right off the opening faceoff. It goes around the far side. Bruins defending down to our left, shooting the end to our right here in the first period. A centering pass broken up by Jeremy Swayman, getting a stick on it. Brought through neutral ice and dumped in by David Pastrnak. It'll go into the far left wing corner, and it's chipped up and out of play.
Yeah, Bruins need to be ready from the drop of the puck here, right? And it's you got a couple different faces in the lineup. But keep an eye on Osterley on defense and how he's going to fit in. But also with Brown, he's got some experience with the Bruins. Played last year, some in the playoffs as well. You know, he's a guy that can play, brings energy, and that's what they're going to be looking for on that fourth line from him.
Yeah, based on pregame warmups, he'll be on that fourth line with Beecher and Koepke. Kastelik gets bumped up to the third line with Coyle and Frederick tonight. As a pass picked off here by Ben, he'll angle it out of the Dallas zone, and racing up into the attack zone is Stankoven. On the back of the Bruins net, controlled by Boston. Outlet pass comes for Brazo. He'll bring it through the red line and now steps in across the Dallas line. Backhands it toward the net, and Jake Ottinger will cover it up at the side of his crease.
Interesting. I don't know if it's a late arriving crowd or if it's just still football season, but not many people here.
I think football season ended here a couple of weeks ago.
Well,
I feel terrible about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, they're kind of on headlines for a lot of people, right? But it's a light crowd here. I'm a little surprised. I know it's weekday, but
a lot of black and gold in the crowd tonight as well, as there usually is. Off the face-off, puck along the near side boards. Kastelik threw under the net. Frederick was looking for a redirection. Coyle in the far side corner, along with Frederick. Digging for it is Labushkin here for the Stars, and he gets it ahead to Sagan, who slides it up the right wing side, and now a foot race up ice as McAvoy stumbled. Marchman able to take it around behind the net, and a shot from the left circle. They score. Matt Duchene able to beat Swayman on the short side, and it's 1-0 Stars just over a minute into this one.
Yeah, Duchene's had a really strong start to the season, had a good game against the Bruins at the TD Garden. So McAvoy's in a foot race there with Marchman. He kind of loses his balance. Marchman gets to it first. He's going to come around the net and then drop this puck off for Duchene, who just rips it from that left wing circle. Marchman with a backhand pass, one hand on his stick. And that puck, it looked like it went up on edge just a little bit, just as he was about to release it. And he's going to beat Swayman, as you said, that short side high.
Team high 9th goal of the year for Duchene, who had a goal and an assist when these teams met in October back at TD Garden. And so the Bruins Down in a 1-0 hole. 1:09 gone by here in the first period. Stars will get it deep right off the bat here. Puck comes around behind the net. Swayman tried to play it. It rolled over his stick. Wotherspoon trying to regain. It'll come around the near boards for Brendan Smith at the point. He sets up a shot for Colin Blackwell at the left circle, and Swayman makes the save and draws a whistle.
Yeah, Brendan Smith's bounced around a little bit. A couple different teams, over his career, but trying to find a little home here as a depth defenseman. Gets that shot through nicely. I think he's a guy that can play. He was playing wing. He's playing D for New York for a while.
Monday was his 700th career NHL game.
He's gotten a good career out of it, but he's certainly bounced around and in and out of favor with some of the coaches that he's played for.
There's a drive from Lindell out near the blue line. Kicked away by Swayman. It'll come out of the zone here as the Bruins try to move forward.
He's game. I mean, not afraid to drop the gloves. He gets involved physically.
Boyle backhands one deep into Dallas territory. Ottinger strays out behind the net, pushes it around toward Heiskanen. Pass up the left side for Robertson. He will lift it into the Boston zone. Swayman gets a stick on it. Lohrei able to upend Rupe Hintz. Puck in the far corner is locked up between Elias Lindholm and Dadonov. Now the Stars work it free. Robertson poked it back into the corner, and it'll come back to the point for Lindell. To the back of the net for Dadonov. Denied trying to get it out in front by Carlo. Elias Lindholm will play it into the middle. Here's Lohrei coming up through center. Pass ahead off the stick of Brazo. Brazo from a wide angle gets a shot around Heiskanen, forces Ottinger to make the save, and gets a face-off in the offensive zone for his effort.
Yeah, Heiskanen, I hate to say underrated because he's not. Anybody around the league that sees him play know how good he can be. He had a couple goals the other day. He is so good. He's so smooth. He can skate. He's got a great stick. Very intelligent. I really enjoy watching him play on the back end. I think it's only a matter of time before he's in that Norris discussion. He already is in the Norris discussion, but
he had 73 points a couple of seasons ago.
You're going against Makar and Fox, though, right now. That's the problem, right?
Just about 2.5 minutes gone in this first period.
Makar, Fox, Yossi, that's a pretty good crew right now that they've got. Hedman, if you want to add him in there.
Tyler Seguin picking up an assist on Duchesne's goal. That is his 800th career point.
Oh, pretty good for a dump-in, huh?
Yeah. Some assists are, great passes. Others, maybe not so much.
They'll count.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, right? Taken by the Bruins inside their own zone.
Not necessarily if you're in a contract dispute and say, well, you scored 20 goals, but how many of them are really important? And I'm quoting because that happened. Not for me, but
it sounds like something old Bruins GM might have said along the way.
Possibly.
Here's a chance in the attack zone here for the Stars, and Stankoven put a shot in on goal, but Swayman able to knock that aside. Crossing pass and a one-timer by Marchment, and Swayman had to make the stop there, and the Bruins will lob it out of the zone.
Got to get their feet moving in the D zone right now.
Here's Geekie forcing the issue in the Dallas zone, and Ottinger will cover the puck.
A couple really good looks there for the Dallas Stars in Boston zone. They're jumping in that offensive end. They're just coming off a 7-goal game against Pittsburgh. They're feeling it, and wide open. I think that was Marchment in the slot there, wide open on that cross-ice pass. And he got all of it. He got most of it. Let's put it that way. Swayman was able to make the blocker save, fight it off.
Attack zone face-off here. The Bruins win it. McAvoy's got it out near the blue line. Sends one across to Pasternak at the left circle. Brings it out toward the blue line. Takes a shot. Bounced off Zacha in front. Scramble for possession along the near circle as Geekie got knocked to the ice. Marchment will play it out into the neutral zone. Bruins try to get right back in and do. Pasternak feathering one down into the left wing corner. Along the end board, Zacha pushed it back toward that far corner. Heiskanen has it. Able to spin away from some pressure, lifts it up, and it goes out of play. Deflected off the glass on its way out, so the faceoff will stay in the Dallas zone.
Yeah, looking for some spark, looking for some jump. And Dallas has it going there in that offensive end. A little unlucky there with McAvoy going back for that puck. I don't know if Marchment kind of interfered with him or they just got their feet locked up and he went down. That allowed Marchment to get to the puck first.
Elias Lindholm takes the attack zone face-off. Stars control it. It comes around behind the net. Thomas Harley will throw it through neutral ice, giving chase to Sam Steele. Lohrei steered it back around the near boards, and it'll be lifted out of the zone by Carlo. Stars regain in neutral ice, and back they come quickly. Blackwell on the left wing circle, sent it across ice and fired back across by Lyubushkin.
That's the transition game that Jim Montgomery was talking about. He just cannot allow them to transition that way. That's so fast coming right back to the neutral zone.
Blackwell now deep in his own zone after the Stars lost it out. Harley coming out from his own blue line. Steele's pass hit Harley in the leg, kicked over, and Lohrai's pass picked off in the neutral ice. Bruins regain with Frederick along the near boards, steering it around Harley and in deep to the Dallas zone. Both teams getting some changes onto the other side of the rink. Here's McAvoy stepping across to the pass. Fired on goal by Coyle, but Ottinger made the stick save.
Strong move by McAvoy that time from the right point. And Coyle wide open in the left wing circle, opened up for that one-timer.
Frederick played it back into the neutral ice. Coyle redirects a pass in toward Ottinger, who gloves it and hangs on. We've got 5:05 gone here in the first period. Dallas out to an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, best opportunity for the Bruins. McAvoy with a strong move, comes off the right wing boards, picks up that puck and cuts to the middle. Now he's going to attack, and then you see Coyle just open up in that left wing circle, looking for the one-timer, gets it from McAvoy, but a better save by Ottinger.
Jake Ottinger, of course, out of BU, signed a same contract that Jeremy Swayman got about a week prior, back at the start of the season. His doesn't kick in until next year.
Yeah, he had the bridge deal as well, right? Like, before he signed the longer-term one.
At 8 times 8.25, he's the man here in Dallas for the next 8+ years.
There's a few guys with that same contract, isn't there?
Yeah, Linus Ullmark also got 8.25. It's become a popular figure.
I think the Islanders, is it Sorokin maybe? Same thing?
There's Pasternak at the left wing corner, battling for possession with Lindell. Zaka now turns it back out of that corner, backhands one toward Geekie. Chopped off his stick by Heiskanen. It'll come in behind toward the near side. Lindell trying to keep it moving. Wotherspoon pinching in. Puck jumps up into the air and out of play in the near corner.
Yeah, I think it's Sorokin. I think they're all making the same exact amount. Of course, Ullmark is only making $6 million this year. So
right.
Only.
Is only for 4 years going forward, too. He's a little older than the rest of them.
But he had the 5-year deal for $6 a year when he came to the Bruins, and re-up, Ottawa made that trade for him. They wanted to extend him. They did. He had the shutout the other day against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Puck comes behind the net here for the Stars, and Lundqvist trying to steer it out into neutral ice. Patrick Brown for the Bruins got knocked down near the blue line. Tried to play the puck backward. It was taken by Robertson. They work it back to the point, and the shot wide from Lundqvist. On the near side boards, broken stick here for the Stars. The Bruins have a 2-on-1, turning into a 3-on-1. Kepke took a shot, and Ottinger made the blocker save. Kepke's got it back now at the top of the circle, slipped away from him, gave it on to McAvoy, and his shot was smothered. Beecher out of the near corner to Brown behind the net. Back to Lohrei at the far point. His shot goes wide of the net off the backboards. It's taken here by Harley. And the Stars looking to break one ahead. A pass ahead to Dodonov. Got wrestled off of it by Lohrei, but Lohrei is going to get called for a penalty, and the Stars will get the first power play of this game with 13:24 to go in the first period. Are they going to call this a penalty shot?
Dallas 63 has been awarded a penalty shot. Foul from behind by number 6 to Boston.
So Dodonov will be awarded the penalty shot as Lohrei fouls him from behind. Wow. That's a interesting call.
I'm still looking for the foul.
Well, here's
as you called it.
Here's Dodonov on the penalty shot against Jeremy Swayman, trying to give the Stars a 2-0 lead. Dodonov will Carried across the blue line. Puck in his forehand. Comes right down the middle. Shoots and scores. Evgeny Dodonov with the penalty shot goal, and the Stars lead it 2-0.
Yeah, he's a pretty skilled guy, Dodonov, and he comes right down on Swayman, and he's going to go blocker side with this shot. It was a light call, I thought, on Laurie, but when you get beat, Dodonov sold it. He made sure that it was called. It was. I don't begrudge the call. You know, don't get beat. Don't be coming from behind trying to catch a guy. And Dodonov, extremely skilled player, is going to finish that one off on the blocker side of Swayman.
Well, the Bruins hoping to carry the momentum over from Tuesday night, down 2-0 here, just over 6.5 minutes into the first period. Coyle gets one in behind the net, sweeps it toward the far corner, but the first man to it is Heiskanen. He'll send it out of the zone. Carlo has it back for the Bruins. Angles a pass ahead to Coyle. Ricochets in on Ottinger, who steers it aside, and Heiskanen will send it back out into the neutral ice. Now a pass across ice for Kastelik, and that is offside as Frederick had yet to clear the zone. 12:58 to go here in the first period in Dallas. The Stars 2 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, what's up, it's Owen? If you're a plumber, a pipe fitter, if you're in the piping trades, then you got to call my friends at Charles D. Sheehy. CDS is proud to work with the region's best life science, biotech, and pharma contractors to help them deliver their projects on time within budget. Make CDS your choice for pipe, valves, and fittings. Call them today.
This holiday, it's game on when you switch to Fios Home Internet. For a limited time, get the Xbox Gaming Bundle on us with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. That's an Xbox wireless controller, Xbox stereo headset, and $50 Xbox gift card. Yup, all on Verizon. It's the gift that keeps you gaming. And all of your holiday visitors gaming too. So settle those family rivalries on the 100% fiber optic network with all the speed you need to get your game on. Switch to fast, reliable Fios Home Internet and get an Xbox wireless controller, Xbox stereo headset, and $50 Xbox gift card on us. Add more play to your family's holiday. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Verizon. Offer valid through January 5th, 2025. Must install and maintain Fios 1 gig services in good standing for 14 days and redeem within 60 days thereafter. Xbox gift card emailed within 48 hours of registration. Model colors may vary. One offer per eligible Verizon account.
Head to the 99 restaurant this weekend for a 3-course prime rib dinner. Enjoy a slow roasted prime rib, 2 sides, and a free 3-course meal upgrade. Available Friday and Saturday after 4 p.m. and all day Sunday. You gotta love the nines.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate the freedom of choice with great offers on the Bronco family, or get winter ready with a Ford F-Series. Dallas has a 2-0 lead here early, just over 7 minutes into this first period, thanks to goals by Matt Duchene and a penalty shot goal for Evgeny Dodonov.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Lori's guy, he doesn't have a lane to the net. He's in the offensive zone. It was right up the Bruins had that odd man rush with Koepke taking the shot from the right wing side. But, you know, so he's purposely going to shoot the puck wide, but then he falls asleep there for a second and allows Dodonov to get behind him. They make that long outlet pass up the middle of the ice. Tough call on him, though. I've seen it now a couple of times. There's not much there.
Marchment going in behind the Bruins net off a feed from Sagan. Tried to pass it back to the point, and it jumped over the stick of Lindell, who has to hustle back after it. Bruins trying to gather it into the Dallas zone. Brazo's centering pass hit a skate, and the Stars will take it back.
You might want to take that shot there from the right side. Brazo.
Wotherspoon off the clear. Gave it up for Osterley. Osterley going to carry it all the way down into the right wing corner. Poked back toward the blue line by Zacha. Pasternak will play it back down into the corner. Osterley still in there deep. And his first NHL game of the year. Called up from Providence yesterday to replace Hampus Lindholm, who's out weeks, according to Jim Montgomery. Puck will rattle around behind the Bruins net. Wotherspoon takes one away. Feeds ahead, and Geekie sends it off to the right side for Zacha. Zacha pulls up just inside the Dallas line. Here's Lori coming down the left side, centering pass, and Pasternak was there but couldn't get a stick on it. Geekie to Pasternak, bottom of the far circle. Centering pass, looking for Zacha. It finally got to him. And as he was moving away from the net, was able to get a shot in on Ottinger, who covers.
It was the stick of Ottinger, though, that blocked the initial pass that Pasternak was trying to make to Zacha in front of the net. A very alert stick there that slowed that puck getting to Zacha in front. Zacha stayed with it. It finally got to him, and he was able to chip it back on Ottinger. But by that time, Ottinger was able to move to his left and get in position.
11:31 to go here in the first. 2-0 Dallas. Attack zone face-off for Charlie Coyle against Jamie Benn, and they whistle and Coyle.
Yeah, I think Kastelik moved on that right side, so he's going to come in and have to take the face-off.
Coyle out. It's down to our right, near side circle. Kastelik wins it back to the point. Carlo trying to pass it down the wall. Had it taken off his stick by Wyatt Johnston. And out into the neutral zone. Kastelik will backhand it deep into the far left wing corner. Goes in after it on the forecheck against Brendan Smith. Moved it to the near side. Coyle trying to push it back toward the blue line. Comes off the wall. Brendan Smith will get it cleared. Carlo sends over to Lohrei back near the Boston blue line. Kastelik gets it right back into the Dallas zone, but it volleys back over his head, and the Stars will come forward. Johnston takes a hit on the far wall from McAvoy. Around the near boards, it'll come popping loose, courtesy of Kastelik. Frederick gets the pass out into neutral ice and dumps it in around behind Ottinger, who can't slow it up going behind the Dallas net. But Brendan Smith is there. 10:43 to go here in the first period. Lundqvist slides it up the right wing. McAvoy denies entry at the Boston line, but then a misplay by Brown, who stumbled, and that gave the Stars a quick opportunity. Instead, now they're back in their own zone with the puck. Off the near boards, Robertson stepping in across the line into the Boston end. Rupe Hintz canceled out by McAvoy. In behind the net, Zadorov. It'll come around for Brown, and from the red line, he sends it into the Dallas zone. Rest of the line is changing as Brown goes in there on the forecheck. Stars get it cleared. Wotherspoon kicks it along the near boards. Marchand and now Brazo to get it deep. Ottinger played it along for Heiskanen. Lifted out into the neutral ice. Knocked down near the blue line, and here's a chance for the Stars. Moving down the right circle was Sagan, but they couldn't get it going as a 3-on-1 developed there very quickly. Osterley angled behind the net. Wotherspoon will send it out into the neutral ice. But jump it up into the air off of Brazo's stick. Elias Lindholm couldn't get a stick on it. Along the near side, it'll come to Harley, and the Stars moving forward with under 9.5 to play in the period. Dropped off on the far side for Lyubushkin. They'll work it around the left circle for Sagan. Sends one all the way across the slot. Now back across it comes, and Sagan couldn't get it off the carom, but Harley did. Sagan's got it along the near side hash marks. Harley at the left point. Over to Lyubushkin. Now Marchment. Gave it along for Duchesne. Duchesne skates it down the right wing circle. Goes around behind the net. Centered for Sagan. Broken up by Carlo. Pout. Put out in front. Sagan with a great opportunity. Denied by Swayman. And the Bruins get it cleared.
Leaky defensively right now.
Lyubushkin from his own zone. Long pass ahead. Directed deep into the Boston zone by Blackwell. McAvoy from the near corner. Sends one 90 feet for Geekie. Down into the right wing corner goes Pasternak after it. Stars, though, come away with it. Blackwell's had it bank off his stick right onto Oscar Beck. And puck brought into the attack zone here for Dallas, but right back out come the Bruins. Geekie getting it to the attacking blue line. Here's Pasternak picking it up on the run. Goes around behind the net. Puck still on his stick as he sent one out in front for Zacha. Taken off his stick, and the Stars again will go the other way. They'll initiate a change here on the back end as Blackwell sends it deep. Zacha took a swat at it. Bounces back toward McAvoy. Under 8 minutes to play now here in the first period. 2-0 Dallas on top. Pasternak near the red line. Sent one into the Boston attack zone, but heads off as part of a change. Around the near boards, it comes to Stankoven. He gives it to Heiskanen moving up ice. Heiskanen played it around Zadorov, and deep into the Boston zone it goes. Carlo gets it along for Coyle near side. Now Frederick chasing out along the right wing side. It came back in Coyle's direction. He'll lift it down in behind Ottinger, who again steps out to play it around the far side. And Coven with a long pass across ice, tipped in deep to the Boston zone by Ben. Carlo gets hit from behind by Ben, goes hard to the boards, and we got a penalty coming against Dallas as captain. And now Zadorov got in Ben's face, and the two of them drop the gloves right in behind the Boston net as everyone else gathers in. Just a wrestling match for the most part to this point. Now Ben trying to fire some lefts. Zadorov's got his right free. Throws a couple of rights. Now a couple of jabs with the left hand by Zadorov. Ben answers back with a left jab of his own. Zadorov now some overhand rights. Has Ben on the defensive, and he tagged him with one there. And then an uppercut as Ben got dropped to a knee. Meanwhile, Brandon Carlo still down on all fours, being attended to by the medical staff here behind the Bruins net. So Ben will take the initial penalty, and we'll see how they sort the rest of that out. As Carlo continues to get looked at.
Well, Carlo knows he's coming, right? And he's trying to brace himself and protect himself. Ben finishes him. It's not malicious, but it's awkward. And Carlo ends up getting kind of thrown into the boards from a few feet away from the boards. And Zadorov does exactly what he's supposed to do, jumping in there. And you hope that Carlo's okay. Probably have to go down for some protocol, I would think.
Yeah, they're going to take him right to the tunnel here.
14 is assessed a major penalty. The play is under review. 14, Dallas has 5 for fighting. 91, Boston, 5 for fighting.
Yeah, so they're going to check the 5-minute major for boarding. I don't know if he's going to get that. I don't think he is, but we'll see. We'll wait until they review it here.
Yeah, so they're going to take a look at it, and we will step aside. It's 2-0 Dallas with 7:15 to go here in the first period at the American Airlines Center on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealer's award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Ever notice that OW is the beginning of owner? If you run a small business, you get it. From power outages to equipment failures to delivery mishaps. There's only so much you can control. Fortunately, that includes talking to an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety's competitive property and liability coverage provides protection from business interruptions, equipment breakdowns, and many other business ownership issues. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
So during the break, the officials looked at it, and they have reduced the 5-minute major to Ben to a minor penalty for boarding.
I think it's the right call. You know, it's not a malicious hit from behind. Carlo knows he's there. He tries to kind of back into Ben as Ben's coming in on the forecheck, so you don't put yourself up against the boards for that hit instead. But Ben kind of gets the leverage on him, and it looked like Carlo's head hit the glass from a few feet away. But it's not a malicious hit from behind. I think the 2-minute minor is the right call.
Yeah, it's not like Carlo's standing there and Ben came in to really drill him. They're battling for
And he doesn't
possession.
have arm on the numbers or anything. He pushes him more than anything. And Carlo ends up kind of losing his balance and going into the board. So I think they got the call right. 5-minute majors each for Zadorov and Ben. The Bruins are down to 4 defensemen, at least until Carlo comes back. Hopefully he comes back.
So
but I don't think it was worthy of a major.
They'll get their first power play of the night, will the Bruins, brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools are built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. The Bruins power play, which is 2 for its last 23, has an opportunity to try to cut into a 2-0 Dallas lead with 7:15 to go here in the first period.
Zadorov doing exactly what he's supposed to do. A pretty good bout there with a tough guy in Ben.
Ben will sit for just about the remainder, if not the remainder, of this first period. Zadorov for the next 5 minutes. But as you mentioned, with Carlo taken back to the locker room here, they're down to 4 D-men for the time being as puck gets shot out of play.
Somebody on the Dallas bench caught the brunt of that right at the end of the bench there. Can't tell who that was, but I think he tried to glove it. He's shaking the hand off.
That might have been Thomas Harley on the defensive end of the bench.
I'll take your word for it from where we are.
I'm seeing the eye doctor next week. So
I just somebody in a green jersey shaking their hand.
We are a long ways away. Here come the Stars. Moving ahead here, shorthanded. A chance for Blackwell, but as he tried to drag it onto his forehand, Marchand back-checking makes the play. Now Pasternak brings it back into the offensive zone. McAvoy off the drop feed takes a shot, and Ottinger makes the save and covers it up.
Yeah, McAvoy coming late that time. Starting to feel it. You know, he gets that goal last game. We talked to him after the game, right? And he just said, I'm not going to lie to you. That felt good, you know, to finally break through. And then he had the assist on the game winner on David Pasternak's goal. So, you know, they need McAvoy and Pasternak going at their top levels in order to be successful.
Stars looking to get it clear. Pasternak out at the blue line, able to keep that in. Got it along for Elias Lindholm. The Stars able to win it back and clear, courtesy of Rupe Hintz.
Eventually, right. It took him a couple tries.
Yeah. Puck goes behind the Bruins net. Swayman tried to hand it off back there, but deep in on the forecheck. Causing problems is Wyatt Johnston. Bruins will move out now with McAvoy skating up toward the red line. Pass was out of the reach of Zacha, but came to Marchand, and he'll spin it in behind the Dallas net. Shot around the near side and gets through Elias Lindholm and all the way down. 53 seconds left on the power play here for the Bruins. Mason Lohrei will quarterback this second unit with Hampus Lindholm out of the lineup. The puck is shot right back down ice as the Bruins try to gain entry. Lohrei going behind the net, pressured by Tyler Seguin. Boyle will bring it out toward his own blue line. Now cuts toward the middle of the rink. Pass off to the left side for Geekie. Knocked off his stick at the blue line by Harley, and back into the zone it goes.
This isn't St. Louis. You know, it's pretty easy entering the zone against the St. Louis Blues the other day, but it's a little more difficult for them.
16 to go in the man advantage. Frederick backhands one down into the left wing corner. Puck will come behind the net, gets around Coyle, and out of the zone it goes courtesy of Sam Steele. And that will about do it for the Bruins power play. So 2 for their last 34 now. As Kastelik plays it down into the right wing corner of the Dallas zone. Sweeps it around behind Heiskanen. Kepke tried to reverse it back in behind the net. It popped free for a one-timer by Beecher, but that was blocked. In the near corner, Lindell played it behind the net. Heiskanen shouldered to the boards by Beecher. Kastelik gets involved there against Rupe Hintz. Hintz, while tied up, still able to backhand one free to Lindell. Through the neutral ice to Robertson, and deep in behind Swayman, who stops it, shoots it around the far boards. Waiting for it is Kastelik. Rink wide pass finds Kepke coming through neutral ice. Kepke trying to get into the Dallas zone. Can't get around Brendan Smith. The two of them getting...
Smith was interfering with him.
Yes. They got into each other's faces,
he
too.
Got up a little high on him.
Puck will get deep now into the Boston zone. Here's Duchesne, one of the Dallas goal scorers. One-timer by Sagan off a quick pass across from Marchment. And Swayman made a big stop there.
Bruins better find an answer to this line here for the Dallas Stars, because they've had 3 or 4 really good chances, including the goal.
4:08 to go here in the period. Marchment down the left circle, trying to drag one into the middle, but McAvoy got a stick on it. Bruins clear the zone. Harley back near his own blue line for Dallas. At the red line, picking up the puck is Duchesne. Carries into the Boston zone. Working against Lohrei. Hands off to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin trying to center. Lohrei got a piece of that. It'll come 3 for Marchment and dropped off out near the blue line. Harley regains. Harley skating it down the wall. Held up there by Geekie. Elias Lindholm gets the clear. Stankoven will get it right back to the Boston line. And here's Robertson on the left wing circle. McAvoy a takeaway. Clears for Brazo from the right wing boards. Offside as he tried to play for Lindholm at the attacking blue line. We've got 3:20 to go here in the first period. Dallas holding a 2-0 lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite DQ treat, like a Blizzard treat, cone, shake, dilly bar, or peanut butter parfait. Now picture your favorite DQ treat right where it belongs. Your hand. Get a real DQ treat today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
3:20 to go here in the first period. Dallas up 2-0, and the Bruins, as you said a few moments ago, Bob, have to find an answer for that line of Duchesne, Sagan, and Marchment. They are all over them in the Bruins defensive zone.
Marchment does so many good things for you. I mean, he's a pain in the neck to play against, and I say that as a compliment. And he's a bigger guy. 4 points the other day in one period against the Pittsburgh Penguins. He had 5 overall in that game, but he's a good player. But Duchesne's a good player. It's been a great pickup for them. Sagan climbing the ladder in terms of all-time points here in Dallas. Won't catch Mike Modano, but
Bruins get it into the defensive zone
or
of
Ben,
the
for that
Stars.
matter. Ben's number 2 in a lot of those categories, but Modano's got most of the records.
And there's a reason Modano's got a big statue out in front of the American Airlines Center. Puck is lobbed toward the Dallas zone. Glove down along the near boards by Lindell. Spun it in behind his net. Heiskanen will reverse it back toward the near side. Steele from the near faceoff circle. Goes rink wide all the way through neutral ice. Blackwell just inside the Boston zone. His pass bounced off the skate of Kastelik. And Lohrei will bring it ahead. Feeds forward for Frederick. Kicking it across the line. Back onto his stick in front. Coyle scores! Trent Frederick able to keep that puck moving forward and then found Coyle right on the doorstep. And the Bruins cut it back to a 2-1 game.
Well, heck of a play here by Trent Frederick, right? Lohrai's going to move this puck up. Frederick eludes a couple of bodies in the neutral zone, and then Heiskanen's bothering him as well coming up the ice. Lindell slides, and Frederick's kind of on that left side. He's still going to be able to get this pass past a sliding Lindell to Charlie Coyle, who's going to the net on the right wing side, wide open, but he drives right for that far post. And Frederick able to maintain possession of that puck and still get it by the sliding Lindell and gets it over. No chance for Ottinger on this one, and Charlie Coyle gets his 3rd of the year.
And that's the first point for Trent Frederick in 9 games. getting the assist there.
Talk about guys that need it.
Absolutely. Puck gets dumped in here on Ottinger. He'll cover up with 2:06 to go in the first. Bruins now trailing 2-1.
Yeah, that's going against their top pair, too. I mean, you got Heiskanen kind of chasing him, bothering him. You got Lindell sliding. So you got to, you got to get past the bothering from behind by Heiskanen, and then you got to figure out how to get that puck over to Coyle over on the far post. And Trent Frederick does a great job doing that. Laura will get the second assist.
On the near side circle, here's Zacha. Sends one into the middle, and Pasternak had to stop it with his skate and then fire as it ended up wide of the net. Geekie goes in behind, trying to wrap around the far post. Ottinger getting over there as well as the Bruins lose it out of the zone. McAvoy sends it right back in across the line. Zacha reaching for it, but Lyubushkin will take it and circle back in behind the Dallas net. Minute 38 to go in the period. McAvoy in his own zone.
Zadorov out of the box. He's on the ice now, but the Bruins at 5 defensemen. Carlo has not returned yet.
Puck comes deep into the Dallas zone. Lindell will reverse it back around the far side. Lyubushkin from the far side hash marks. Got it out to neutral ice. Marchman played it forward. Here's Duchesne skating along the Boston blue line. Brings it toward the left wing circle. Fired to the back of the net. It got through Sagan. Heiskanen reversed it back in behind. Now Duchesne to Marchman. Right side dot, and his shot blocked by Lohrei. Elias Lindholm will break it out from the red line. He sends it softly down into the right wing corner and goes in after it himself. It'll come towards Sagan. He passed it in the middle for Heiskanen, who had to chase it to the far boards. Lifted out of the zone. Gloved down by Brazo, but would have been offside. Stars get it back out. Brazo backhanded a pass looking for Marchand coming across the Dallas line, but that was taken away. Now one comes across here for Coyle. Coyle moving in, right circle, hit the post. On the far side, stick side of Ottinger. Brazo goes to the back of the net. Centering pass. Marchand in front. Save made Ottinger. And then Marchand's rebound. Ottinger just got a toe on it.
Yeah, Marchment bothered Marchand on the second chance and prevented a goal.
Puck in the neutral zone. Brought back into the attack by Osterley. He'll play it down into the right wing corner. It gets past him as it came back toward the point. And now the Stars working their way forward. A little back and forth. Stankoven trying to get it back to Robertson. Bruins force it out of the zone, and the horn sound.
That was Heiskanen and Marchment that bothered Brad Marchand on the second chance that time, and it just slowed that shot enough to allow the left pad of Ottinger to make the save.
So the Bruins with a late flurry there. They get one, and they take a 2-1 deficit into the locker room at the end of the first period here in Dallas. We'll be back with more on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of two. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Hey, DQ fans, the Oreo Cookie Fudge Brownie Blizzard Treat is here to make your dessert dreams a reality. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Thursday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crowd is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days with a sporty new Civic, Accord, HR-V, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord or CR-V, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic, and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Anyone can skate in a beer league.
The hockey is just an excuse to get out with the guys and drink beer.
But only the best can skate in the Beers League.
They're a good bunch of guys. Dumber than a sack of hammers, but good.
Here's what's on top of Beersy's list this week.
Back here in Dallas, where the Stars have a 2-1 lead, and our Beers League segment during our first intermission tonight, we're going to look at, as we hit the close to the quarter mark of the NHL season, we're going to look at some of the biggest surprises so far from the side of the biggest disappointments around the league. We're going to start with the Nashville Predators, who enter the night with a 5-9-2 record. They started the season 0-5. They've got just one win now in their last 5 games. Not exactly what Steven Stamkos was hoping for when he signed in Nashville this summer.
Just getting back to our identity. I think no matter the opponent, if we're not playing to our identity, it's going to be an easier night for them.
Yeah, 1 win in 6 road games for the Nashville Predators is always a great place to go and visit and play in for other teams. So at home, they're, you take a look at their home record. I mean, pedestrian for them, 4-6, but only 1 win on the road. And for a guy like Steven Stamkos coming over, 4 goals in the first 16 games, not exactly what you would think for him, but also a -11. You've got 4 guys that are -11s for them, and that's including Roman Josi, who's perennially, one of the top defensemen in the NHL and usually up for the Norris trophies. I mean, he's a fun guy to watch. And just Nashville right now, especially when you got Saros and Josi and some of the top players that they brought in. Forsberg leads them in points, but some of the guys that they have brought in, they made the big move in the offseason as well for Marchessault and for Stamkos. Many expected them to be fighting for number 1 in their division. Number 1 out in the Western Conference. It's been anything but, at least to start the season.
What has happened to the Pittsburgh Penguins? A lot of people asking that question. Penguins gave up 6 first-period goals in a 7-1 loss to Dallas on Monday. And after losing in overtime to Detroit last night, Mike Sullivan's team now 6-9-3 on the year.
The message is we got to dig in, control what we can, we got to dig in. We got to give ourselves a chance to win.
They've given up 71 goals this season in 18 games. There's really nobody even close. I mean, you just look up and down. I mean, Montreal's given up 67. I guess that's close, but 71 goals you've given up so far this year, and it's just that's unreal. You can't win that way, and you can't just blame it all on goaltending. It's there's a lot of stuff flying about Erik Karlsson right now. Erik Karlsson's going to be on the Four Nations Cup, right? That's going to play. He's already been named to the team, right. But you got people in Sweden saying he shouldn't have been on the team, and he's already named to it. So, they haven't named the rest of it yet. The goal differential is -22. That's the worst in the NHL. They've certainly got quality people up. I mean, look, I feel for Sidney Crosby because the guy just puts it on the line every night. Malkin's milestone, they're passing milestones, but they're just losing games, and they got to figure it out. I feel Mike Sullivan's the guy I feel worse about. I know he's got his contract extension, so he's going to get paid whether it's with the Penguins or somebody else. But that's a team that's really flawed right now and needs to figure it out. I don't know if they're a huge disappointment because I don't think they were expected to go anywhere.
They weren't expected to be like this.
Right. They weren't expected to be this many.
Yeah. And out in Colorado, this has been a roller coaster ride for Jared Bednar's team. They lost their first 4, followed that up with a 5-game winning streak. They lost 3 in a row. Now they won 4 out of 5. But 17 games into the season, they're all over the place.
Yeah, well, we got to stay with it. Like, right, we've been talking about just our mentality going into games, how hard we're going to have to play.
Yeah, you had McKinnon and Makar with season starting streaks, right? I mean, Makar's got 25 points in 17 games. McKinnon has 33 points in 17 games. They only there was one game they got shut out, where the only game that they haven't gotten points so far this season. But they were also minus players. Now they're plus players, so they're starting to turn it around a little bit, where they were only scoring on the power play, but now they're starting to turn around. If they can get healthy, Colorado's going to be at the top in the Western Conference, but their health issues are a major concern for them and have been for a while.
You mentioned McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, all in the top 5 in the league in points right now.
Yeah, 33, 25, 25.
But their team is 30th in the league in goals against. I mean, that's
again, if you can't defend and can't keep the puck out of your net, you're not going to win hockey games. And Colorado finding that out, they realize that they need some better goaltending, but they also need to get healthy.
So that's our Beers League for tonight. We are through one period of play in Dallas. The Stars have a 2-1 lead over the Bruins. We will get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up in just a moment. Matt Duchene, Evgeny Dadonov, both with goals here for the Stars in the first period. Charlie Coyle getting a late one for the Bruins, set up by Trent Frederick and Mason Lohrei to get the Bees back into this one. We will continue from Dallas coming up on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You work hard for your money. It's time to put your money to work for you. Buy a commercial Ford vehicle before the end of the year and potentially save a bundle at tax time. Take advantage of this opportunity before December 31st and put one of these hard-working vehicles to work for you today. Consult your tax advisor. Then visit your New England Ford dealers to learn more. Or go to buyfordnow.com/tax savings.
Make the Sportsbook at Plain Ridge Park Casino your home away from home. Gather with friends and family and catch all the fall football action on New England's largest indoor screen. Enjoy epic watch parties, incredible prizes, and an atmosphere that puts you right in the heart of the action. Plus, experience the thrill of sports betting and fuel the excitement with delicious game day flavors. The Sportsbook at Plain Ridge Park Casino, your game day headquarters all season long. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hey, it's Ryan with 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. We always like to remind our customers that when the leaves change, so does your filter. It's that time of year for your furnace filter to be changed and your heating system to be started up. It's never a good time for a broken furnace, so we always like to remind our customers to take preventative measures to avoid costly breakdowns. Be sure to make sure that your system is running and tested before the first cold front comes in. And as always, if you need us, you know where to find us at call128.com.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Don't use a national pest control chain. They stink. Use Burgess Pests like me. Rodents are disgusting, and it's their season. Burgess Pest has a plan starting at $39 a month to keep me covered all year against mice and dozens of other pests. I've used Burgess Pest for years, and you should too. Go to burgesspest.com.
Hey guys, are you unhappy with your chest? You know what I'm talking about. Chest Sculpt at Regeneris Elite Men's Health Center may be your answer. For a free consultation, go to elitechest.com. That's elitechest.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Revs, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 95, the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
Taking a look at the NHL scoreboard right now after 2 periods, Ottawa and Philly tied at 2. Winnipeg, they trail the Lightning right now 3-1 after 2 periods. It's the Devils 4, Panthers 3 heading into the third. Rangers have a 3-1 lead over the Sharks. Blues and Sabres, they are tied at 2 midway through the second period. And one other game in action right now. No score between the Wild and Montreal. A few other games tonight. Edmonton hosts Nashville. Vancouver, they host the Islanders, and Seattle, they'll host Chicago. That game is at 10 o'clock. Patriots, they're gearing up for the Rams this weekend. Christian Barmore is back at practice. The team has 21 days to add him to the active roster. The injury report, Dietrich Wise and Tyquan Thornton both out. And Thursday night football, Washington has a 7-0 lead over the Eagles. Need plans this weekend? The Bruins are back at TD Garden on Saturday to take on the Blues at 1 p.m. Select tickets are still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat to the matinee action. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-through oil change. And Valvoline and Oil Change now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray. The second period's next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Happy holidays. Welcome to the Nissan year-end sales event. Are you interested in a test drive? Absolutely. Great. Well, there's the new V6 powered Frontier. Oh, the Rogue with an available 12.3-inch touchscreen. All right. Oh, and the all-new Kicks, which has intelligent all-wheel drive. Nice. So what do you think? Finished with all your holiday shopping? About to be. Toss me the keys. Let's go.
Hurry in for the best deals of the year, only at the Nissan year-end sales event. Now, get a low $259 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Available feature, intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $47.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 12/2/24.
Hockey season means it's Pulis Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Bob Sosi, the voice of New England football. I talk for a living, and when at the stadium, I have a cup of Bigelow tea by my side. There is nothing like fueling my voice, body, and soul with Bigelow tea. Grab a mug and tea proudly.
I'm all for saving money, but sometimes you get what you pay for, like with suntan lotion or musical instruments. And especially when it comes to home insurance.
Warning, evacuate immediately.
Given the increase in your home's value, now's the time to talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need so you don't end up with the blues. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey. And trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
And Lori will bring it ahead. Feeds forward for Frederick, kicking it across the line. Back onto his stick in front. Coyle scores! Trent Frederick able to keep that puck moving forward and then found Coyle right on the doorstep. And the Bruins cut it back to a 2-1 game. And as we get ready to start the second period, that is the score, 2-1 Dallas. Matt Duchene scoring at 1:09 of the first period from Mason Marchment and Tyler Sagan. Evgeny Dadonov got a penalty shot goal about 5.5 minutes later at the 6:36 mark. Mason Lori called for trying to take him down, and that led to a 2-0 lead. Didn't love the call, either one of us,
Did he
really.
try to take him down?
I'm not sure. Well, from the official's point of view, he did, I guess. Then Coyle's goal from Frederick and Mason Lori at 17:48. We mentioned the first period, that goal or that point on the Frederick assist was his first in 9 games, first point in 10 games for Mason Lori as well, starting that rush. Fans, TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. So as we get the second period underway, Bruins started to build a little momentum there after that late goal. See if they can carry that forward here into the second. Buckle be played along the far boards. Charlie McAvoy will spin it in deep. Heiskanen trying to play it up the far boards. It'll come across the ice. Kastelik giving chase, puts a shoulder into Heiskanen, but here come the Stars across the line with a 2-on-1. Duchesne's shot knocked down by Swayman, and he covers it.
There's a time to step up in the neutral zone, and there's a time not to. You got to be smarter, right? And I think that's the knock right now on Zadorov, and when to do it and when not to do it. He steps up in the neutral zone, leads to a 2-on-1 for Duchesne. By the way, good news, Brandon Carlo back on the Bruins bench after missing the latter half of that first period, taking that hit from Jamie Benn.
Duchesne's got it along the blue line now and shoots it wide of the net.
I mean, I applaud Zadorov for what he did there, stepping in, you know, when Carlo got hit, and he does a nice job against a tough player, and you know, he's supposed to do that, and you know, you expect him to do that. He did, but he's got to time some of those step ups. You know, whether it be in the neutral zone or wherever it is, and instead of taking yourself out of position to give up that odd man rush.
You've seen it a number of times from him early on in this season. As Jim Montgomery has talked about the adjusting, trying to figure out the system and all that, but
no, that's not system.
Yeah,
that's not system. That's just, you know, playing like he wants to be physical, and I get that, and that's great. But there's a time to do it, and there's a time not to do it.
But this poke by Lori here at the blue line. Coming back on to get it is Carlo, as you mentioned. Missed the last 7+ minutes of that first period as Pasternak gets taken down coming out of the Bruins zone, and that will bring a power play for Boston here with 1:21 gone by in the period.
And a good player in Hintz going to the box. Both referees had their arms up for that one. That was pretty easy call.
No argument.
24, minor penalty tripping.
So Boston 0 for 1 on the power play so far. 2 for their last 34. Still trying to figure that out. The Elias Lindholm take the face-off. Zacha, Marchand, Pasternak, and McAvoy, the 5-man unit. Far circle down to our left, which is the Bruins attack zone. They get it back to McAvoy off the draw. Took a shot, blocked in front as Marchand was engaged there with Lyubushkin. Swayman spun it around the near side boards for Pasternak. Inside his own zone. Chopped off of McAvoy's stick, angled ahead for Marchand. Now McAvoy trying to skate onto a free puck. Stars will get it out, batted out of the air with the glove by Blackwell, and into the Boston zone. Pasternak starting it up ice. Pass off to the left side for Marchand, just inside the Dallas line. Sends it off the boards for Zacha. Centering pass. Pasternak was all by himself.
Wide open.
On the inside hash marks and couldn't handle the pass.
Wow, it was a tweener, right? It wasn't on his stick. It wasn't in his skates. It was right in between, and he couldn't come up with it.
On the far boards now, Elias Lindholm plays one right along the blue line. Marchand pass into the skates of Zacha, and that one lost out of the zone. A minute to go on the power play. And now Beck providing pressure deep inside the Boston zone. Knocks down McAvoy behind the net. Pasternak will take it out of the Boston end. Brings it up through neutral ice. Leaves it out near the blue line. Carrying it toward the near side is Geekie. Gives back along the center of the blue line to Lorai, who's just on. Now Marchand, top of the right circle, a shot. And the glove stop by Ottinger.
Finally got it into the zone with control. And it took like a broken line change to be able to do it. But wow, Pasternak was wide open in front, and that pass just missing him. It looked like Zacha might go back around the net with it. You got 3 Dallas Stars way over on one side of the ice, and the fourth one was expecting that puck to go all the way around the boards, anticipating it to go all the way around. Left Pasternak just wide open in front, but that pass eludes him.
Pasternak on the bench just shaking his head. Big opportunity there to try and tie the game. Instead, 37 to go on the power play as it comes around the near side boards. Geekie will poke it back in deep. Brazo locked up in the near corner. Finally pulled free by Frederick. It'll go around to the far side point for Lorai. Frederick out of the right circle to Lorai. He walks into the center of the blue line. Now takes a shot. Tipped on goal. Save made, and Geekie had a chance of the rebound. It ended up going up and over the crossbar. Geekie centering pass. Looking for Coyle. But able to make the play on it was Ben. The Brazo on the end boards against Harley. Out of the box comes Hintz to even things up. So the Bruins now 0 for 2 with a man advantage. Geekie from behind the net. Plays it off the near boards. Osterley will spin it back in behind. Around to the far side. Ben first man to it. He will get the outlet pass ahead to Sagan. Now Hintz across the line. Drops one off to Sagan. Coming right circle. Osterley shadows him as he goes in wide of the net. Dropped it back to the far point man. Heiskanen a drive. Save made. And Swayman able to cover the puck.
Yeah, that puck got behind him, though. Yeah. That puck got through Swayman and got behind him. He hasn't looked overly sharp in this game. A couple handoffs that he's had. That puck may have changed direction as well. Waterspoon was right in front as that shot came through, but it got behind him. And Osterley, I believe, reaching in to make sure that Robertson couldn't get to it.
It looked like it just rolled over his right pad. Face off to Swayman's right here. 16:09 to go second period. 2-1 Dallas leads. McAvoy will come toward the near side corner. Lifted up off the glass and out with a backhand. Beecher near the Boston line. Instead, it's the Stars coming back in with Heiskanen chasing all the way down into the far side corner, and a centering pass looking for Rupe Hintz. Instead, Zadorov will send it out through neutral ice. Coming down the left side is Patrick Brown. Was called up today from Providence. Inserted into the lineup in place of Tyler Johnson by Jim Montgomery. Stars coming the other direction. They'll get it in across the line, but do so offside with just about 4.5 minutes gone in this period.
Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Dallas Stars here today is Jake Ottinger, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman 5-5-2 on the year, 3.03 goals against, and an .896 save percentage entering the night. Jake Ottinger out to a 7-3 start in his first 10 appearances this year. This is his 4th straight start for the Stars. Lorai played it along for Frederick into the neutral zone. Here's Kastelik across the line, trying to get it into the middle. Instead, it popped back to the blue line and thrown to the net by Carlo. Kicked away by Ottinger. Out in the neutral ice, Lorai knocked to a knee. Able to get it along for Coyle. Now Kastelik centering pass, looking for Coyle, rather, as he gets spun to the ice. Lorai back in his own zone. Trying to play the puck away from Duchesne. Skates it out into neutral ice. Duchesne chopping at him from behind. Lorai had knocked down, but still able to get the puck moving forward. Kastelik and Frederick in deep here for the Bruins. Stars, though, will control. Out to center ice. Parker Wotherspoon back inside his own blue line. Over to Osterley, who dumps it in from just inside the red line. Ottinger stopped it. Stars will get a quick clear. Right over to Wotherspoon again. 5.5 gone by, second period. Bruins down by 1. Osterley skates around Johnston from the red line, dumps it in. Ottinger can't stop this one behind the net. Pasternak trying to carry it back in behind the net, but had it taken away. Osterley will dump it right back in from just outside the Dallas line. Harley into the far corner. Need a whistle.
That's offside. Late offside, and the Bruins weren't retreating. I'm not sure why they blow it, but
yeah, it was a delayed offside. But
if the Bruins aren't hearing it or not coming out of the zone, we've seen that be called intentional, right?
Right.
If they're not going to listen to the linesman who's yelling, offside, offside, offside. If you don't reskate and tag up at the blue line, we've seen that called intentional. They bring face-off all the way down, but this one stays in front of the Bruins bench.
McAvoy from inside his own zone, angled one ahead, and it'll be dumped in toward Ottinger. Heiskanen spinning away from Brazo. They'll work it to Ben coming out of his own end. But McAvoy disrupts a play in front of the Boston bench, trying to find the handle as the puck rattling around in his skates. Elias Lindholm will get it deep. Marchand will chase Heiskanen toward the back of the Dallas net. Ben's got it, and his outlet pass missed everyone. Elias Lindholm tapped back into the Boston zone. Zadorov ahead for Marchand. Marchand carries across the Dallas line, but Oscar Bach able to take that away. It'll come back into the Boston zone, and Swayman forced to make the stop with Beck throwing one in on goal. So puck covered with 13:22 to go here in the second period. Dallas continues to lead 2-1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, what's up, it's Owen? If you're a plumber, a pipe fitter, if you're in the piping trades, then you got to call my friends at Charles D. Sheehy. CDS is proud to work with the region's best life science, biotech, and pharma contractors to help them deliver their projects on time within budget. Make CDS your choice for pipe, valves, and fittings. Call them today.
This winter, call Smuggler's Notch Resort Vermont home. Home for everyone who expects the best experience and greatest value for their winter family vacations. 3 big mountains, 78 trails, terrain for all abilities, top to bottom snowmaking for the best conditions all season long. Your backyard includes heated pools, hot tubs, tubing, Nordic trails, endless indoor play at the Fun Zone 2.0. Everything is right at your doorstep. Shopping, dining, entertainment, and events. Visit smugs.com and save up to $700 on your winter vacation today.
Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday preview sale is finally here. Enjoy huge savings with 50% off all cruises and NCL's all-new More at Sea package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Maz here. Stop wasting money on heating and AC system repairs with Rodenheiser's Fix It Forward program. Show Rodenheiser any past repair bill and they'll apply up to $550 toward a brand new energy efficient heating or AC system. Visit Rodenheiser.com/fixitforward today.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Charlie Coyle's goal assisted by Trent Frederick. Mason Lorai is our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train electrical contractors. Get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered to the job site overnight the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order.
Pretty funny segment there during the commercial timeout about showing highlights of people eating their food here in the stands.
In
I know
reverse.
You're a big foodie. Did you get some brisket? Did you do the?
I did. Terry Black's barbecue in Dallas is some of the best barbecue I've ever had.
I'll take your word for it.
Definitely worth the trip if you are in the area. Puck goes in behind the net. Brendan Smith. They'll give it along near side. Lundqvist pivoting back away from Geekie. Lori now back in his own zone. Brown, is out there along with Beecher and Kastelik. Here is Brown just outside the Dallas line. Brings across, takes the drive up high on Ottinger, who made the blocker save. Clearing effort, glove down just outside the blue line by Koepke. He sends it right back in. Frederick will drop it back here for Zadorov. Zadorov pivots it back toward the blue line, but trying to feed McAvoy. It's disrupted and sent back into the Boston zone. McAvoy gets to the red line, left side for Frederick. Hintz played it in behind the net. Heiskanen kept it moving around toward the far boards. Sent out into the neutral ice. Coyle will dump it in. Giving chase is Koepke. Babushkin pushed it up the left boards for Rupe Hintz. Out at center ice, Zadorov regains. He'll pass it toward the Boston bench, and Bruins lucky to not have too many men there.
Yeah, you got to have some awareness there.
Instead, here comes Geekie down the right circle. A shot kicked away by Ottinger, and up through neutral ice comes Dadonov. Dadonov run off it in the near corner by Osterley. Pass intended for Geekie was deflected. He does get it into the Dallas zone. Zaka trying to keep it moving, and he gets it on to Geekie. Send it across, and the one-timer by Wotherspoon didn't get good wood on it, and then he gets drilled by Dadonov in open ice.
He healed it.
Stars coming back the other way. Heiskanen with a shot from the right circle. And Swayman covers it up.
Yeah, opening up a little bit, right? Yeah, that's a good opportunity for Wotherspoon if he can handle that pass properly in the offensive zone, and then you get the chance the other way. Heiskanen jumping into play. Fans on the first shot, but stays with it. And Swayman able to make a fairly routine save on the second opportunity. But yeah, Zadorov trying to throw that pass over, and everybody's trying to make a line change.
Looks like there were about 7 or 8 guys, and guys trying to jump over the boards, and
a little more awareness there. You don't want to throw it that direction.
Lori spun it in behind the Boston net here. We've got 11:15 to go in the second period. Dallas leading 2-1. Puck in the direction of Marchand in neutral ice, ended up behind him. Marchman played it ahead for Sagan, sweeps it down into the right wing corner. Lori first man to it. Brazo will keep it moving off the far boards, and it actually goes over the boards into the Dallas bench and back onto the ice.
And it's hockey season. It's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins out shooting Dallas 16-15 so far in this game. They're 5-5 here in the second. The Stars had 2 goals in the first period. The first right around 6.5 minutes, including a penalty shot goal.
Yep.
Off the near boards, out of the reach of Beecher. Heiskanen from his own blue line. Ben moves it ahead. Stankoven down the right wing side. Long shot off the near boards. Save made by Swayman. Rebound sent out to Heiskanen for a one-time drive, and that was blocked. Stankoven moved it around for Ben at the far side hash mark. Kastelik comes rushing over to him. Johnston tried to get it out in front. Instead, it's Heiskanen along the right wing circle. Patrick Brown in there for the Bruins. Poking at it. Johnston got it deep for Heiskanen. Stankoven moved it back to Heiskanen. Back to Ben coming in from the blue line, and his shot blocked by Carlo. Brown gets it just outside the blue line. Kastelik couldn't quite get to it in time. It'll come back into the Boston zone. Johnston angled off it by Wara. Midway through this hockey game, Dallas 2, Boston 1. Bruins are going to get whistled, or rather, the Stars going to. Did they call that an icing, or they did? I thought it might have been touched with a high stick.
No, that was an icing.
Bruins icing.
Flipped out of the zone and it bounced over somebody's stick, so that goes down for the icing.
You mentioned the pace of this game, kind of back and forth here in this second period. Opened up a little bit more open ice.
A little bit, yeah. There was, 2 chances in a row, one for each team there in that last sequence.
Defensive zone face-off for Charlie Coyle against Tyler Sagan. Interesting to hear Pete DeBoer talk about Sagan this morning and the maturity factor here over the last few years. He said he's really grown into more of a two-way player, taking more pride in the defensive end, which was always a knock on his game. Here is Duchesne from the right circle. Couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. Lorei takes the puck from him. Up through neutral ice. Koepke battles around Smith and backhands it deep.
Nice job to get that deep. Get the line change there from Koepke.
Sagan near the center circle. Laid back into his own zone for Smith. They'll come across ice now for Lundqvist. Through the neutral zone. Inside-outside move for Duchesne. Duchesne now right circle, backing his way into the corner. Coming on from the bench, Lyubushkin fields the pass of the blue line. They work it around to the far side, and Sagan throws it in on goal. Swayman made the stop. Here's Lyubushkin now at the right point. Center blue line. Duchesne straight on shot, and Swayman saw it and gloved it for the whistle as we get a little pushing and shoving in front of his crease. And we've got 9:01 to play here in the second period. It's Dallas 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
I'm all for saving money, but sometimes you get what you pay for, like with suntan lotion or musical instruments. And especially when it comes to home insurance.
Warning, evacuate immediately.
Given the increase in your home's value, now's the time to talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need so you don't end up with the blues. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid and a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
And the Bruins Rapid 7 and Future Goals are teaming up to award a local school an exciting and educational day dedicated to science, technology, engineering, and math at Warrior Ice Arena. Visit bostonbruins.com/STEM Day contest to nominate a deserving school by November 22nd. 9:01 to play here in the second period. Dallas leading it 2-1. And a face-off deep in Bruins territory here for Pavel Zacha. I don't know about these official numbers, but Boston has been credited with 15 hits in this game to Dallas's 2 so far.
Yeah, I don't really look at that too closely.
They vary quite a bit from what counts as a hit from place to place, right? Pasternak working his way ahead. Little give and go, and then try to get it in front for Zacha. And it hit the outside of the net.
Pretty big disparity, though.
It is. Here's Pasternak playing it across far side, especially when you're the road team.
Some would say that means you don't have the puck very much. That's not exactly the case here today. It hasn't been one-sided.
On the left wing side, shot by Steele, goes wide of Swayman. He works it back around for Heiskanen, and that one up off the back glass. Geekie locked up with Oscar Beck on the far side. Beck able to get a step free and pops the puck loose. Steele centering for Blackwell. That hits Swayman's stick, and the Bruins come away with it. Geekie will dump in from the red line. Bruins will initiate a change. Pasternak goes deep after it, puts a shoulder into Heiskanen. He's got a shot now from between the circles. Did Pasternak on a bouncing puck and put it just wide.
Kick that puck to him. It was a bouncing puck, and was able to control it with his skate coming off the bench.
Osterley back inside the Boston zone, puts Blackwell into the wall. Elias Lindholm deep in behind his own net. Trying to keep that puck locked up, and now Osterley will pivot away from Beck. Bring it out between the circles. Left side for Marchand. Marchand will skate it down the left wing circle. Stops. Carries back toward the blue line. Trying to hand off for Wotherspoon, who pokes it down toward the corner. Elias Lindholm kept it moving. It'll go from Brazo to Marchand coming behind the net. Back to Lohrei at the far point. Onto the near side for Wotherspoon, who shoots it back in behind. Brazo, puck on his backhand. Turns around and fires a forehand shot off the outside of the net. Got a broken stick for Lyubushkin here. Bruins trying to take advantage. Instead, Harley will carry ahead for the Stars. He gives it over to Stankoven, who fires one right into the glove of Swayman with 6:47 to play here in the second. 2-1 lead for Dallas.
Lyubushkin's got no stick, and they end up with a 3-on-2 out of it. So, good pressure in the offensive zone for that shift for the Bruins, but unfortunately for them, the best chance came from Pastrnak right in the slot. It was a bouncing puck, kind of a rolling puck. I don't know if he got all of it. Unpredictable where it's going to go, and he just missed to the glove hand side there of Ottinger.
Face off in the defensive zone here for Beecher. Sagan gets asked to leave the circle, and Duchesne will get in there. Early thoughts on Osterley in his first game here in Boston?
Yeah, not a problem.
The drive from the point goes wide.
Does not look out of place at all.
Got over 370 NHL games to his credit. Spent last year with the Calgary Flames organization.
But when you sign guys like that, that's exactly. I was one of those guys. Towards the end of my career, at least, where I was going to play in Providence, but I'd probably be the first call up if they needed somebody. Bruins could call for icing here. Sweezy's the same way. He played in Columbus a lot last year. He's a guy that could come up and fill a role as well. Osterley a lefty, Sweezy righty. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's a righty. So you got two veteran defensemen that, that's what they're there for. Understand their role.
Osterley's bounced around a bit in his career. Edmonton, Chicago, Arizona, Detroit, a couple of years. And last year, as I mentioned, with the Flames organization, played 22 games in the NHL and under 30 for their AHL affiliate. Start of the year in Providence, 9 games, had 8 points down there. Got the call up with the injury to Hampus Lindholm. Puck in the Boston zone. It'll come to Heiskanen out near the blue line. Shot blocked by Kastelik. Ben able to keep it alive here for the Stars. Heiskanen near the top of the right circle. Deals back to Harley. Straight on shot in the blue line. They couldn't find it, and they score. Swayman wasn't sure where it was. Stankoven able to shoot it into the top of the net, and Dallas is back up by 2.
Yeah, face off inside Boston's zone, and Dallas is going to go to work offensively with possession off of the face off and rotate it up high, get the wrist shot down through. That's going to get, I don't think the first shot, the initial shot actually got all the way through to Jeremy Swayman. Ben's causing some havoc in front, and it's a loose puck, and you got white jerseys around it, but nobody can locate the puck. And Stankoven ends up being the open man. Swayman can't find it. Nobody can find it. Comes right onto the stick of Stankoven to the left of Swayman, and he's got most of the net to deposit that puck in for the Dallas Stars' third goal.
4th of the year for Stankoven. 3 of them have come in the last 4 games. Puck played into the neutral ice. Zadorov has it and circles back into his own zone. Pass on the left side for Frederick. Karam's in toward Ottinger. Brendan Smith worked it back to the back of the net, but Frederick in there on the forecheck, forcing a turnover, and it came out in front. And Coyle's shot was forced wide of the net. Zadorov out at the blue line, keeps alive, backhanding it down into the right wing corner. Coyle complaining he had his stick held by Smith. Frederick will push it back to the back of the net. Coyle angles it off the boards for Zadorov at the left point. To the back of the net, and it's Coyle trying to get it to Kepke. Instead, it'll volley out into neutral ice, and the Stars will come forward. Dadonov backhanding it deep into the Boston zone. But Hintz will turn and go for a change rather than chase that puck. McAvoy steers it out into neutral ice for Pastrnak. His airborne pass gloved down by Beck, and the Stars are right back in on the attack. Steal to the back of the net, looking for Blackwell. Taken away by Zadorov. It'll come around the near side boards. Volleyed over the head of Zacha. Couldn't knock it down. Zadorov now plays it up the middle. It's kept in by Wendell, who shoots it down in the left wing corner. Zadorov and McAvoy and Frederick have all been out there a long time here. Zadorov will play it out into the neutral ice, but not far enough to get a change. About a 100-second shift go and counting. As here's a chance, and they score. Oscar Beck just poke-checked that puck in past Swayman, and it's 4-1 Dallas.
You had full possession of it, an opportunity to make the line change if you take a couple extra strides and get to the red line. Instead, the puck gets turned over, and you can't get off the ice. Now they come right back the other way. The defense backs off because you're tired, and it's a one-handed reach by Beck to just chip this puck past Jeremy Swayman. It's a perfect chip shot, right? It goes right up and over his shoulder, but you've got full possession of that puck. You got to make a smarter play coming up the ice. I know you're tired. I get that. But it's a pass that gets intercepted, and they come right back at you. Now everybody has to stay.
It was about a minute 45 shift, all things considered, by the time that goal was scored. Puck will come around inside the Star zone. Sagan gets it into the Boston end. Wotherspoon battling with Duchesne, who gets position on him, but the puck comes free to Marchand.
Bruins are standing now.
Can't get it out of the zone. Marchand sets up for Sagan, a one-timer, and Swayman makes that save and hangs on to it. So we've got 3:32 to go here in the second. Stars with back-to-back goals have opened up a 4-1 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealers' award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
And throughout the season, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank for every Bruins assist to help fight food insecurity. We've already gotten $200 for the Greater Boston Food Bank tonight. You can learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Logan Stankoven, Oscar Beck, each scoring about a minute 45 apart. And it's a 4-1 Dallas lead here, late second period. Stars get the puck deep into the Bruins zone. Carlo will play it up the far wing for Koepke. His pass hit a skate, kicked on to Carlo, who jumps up into the play. Frederick will backhand it into the left wing corner, around the back of the net. It is Boyle, along with Frederick in there deep. Stars come away with a puck. Harley coming out to the blue line, harassed by Koepke. It'll come backward for Duchesne, and now Koepke able to win it back and dump it around behind Ottinger, who comes out on the net to stop it. That goal by Oscar Beck, by the way, is his first career NHL goal.
He had some chances at the TD Garden against the Bruins last game.
Pasternak waited across ice for
short-handed, if I'm not mistaken.
He was a healthy scratch last couple of games. As the puck taken out from behind the Dallas net by Zacha. Centering pass trying to find Geekie. Came out toward the blue line. Backhanded by Wotherspoon. And now he has to hustle back as the puck comes toward the Boston line. Duchesne at the end of his shift couldn't catch up with it. Geeky drops it off for Pasternak just inside the Dallas line. Tried to leave it at the blue line for Osterley, taken away. And Ben nearly had a breakaway, but couldn't handle the pass coming in his direction from Stankoven. Geeky to Zaka from the center circle. He'll dump it into the right wing corner. Reverse back to Heiskanen. Harley from the near circle as we hit 2 minutes to go in this second period. Wyatt Johnston got it in past Zadorov. Elias Lindholm played it across ice. McAvoy able to drag it away from some trouble. Marchand gives back to McAvoy, cutting toward the Dallas line. It ricochets back toward Marchand. He'll step in across the line. Deals over right side. Elias Lindholm's shot smothered by Lyubushkin. Marchand now sets up McAvoy for a one-timer. That hit a body in front. And it'll be lifted up and out of the zone by Lindell.
Yeah, I think that hit Lyubushkin. He's laboring a little bit as he goes to the bench.
Lift it up high. And now we got a issue with McAvoy as he went down hard behind the Bruins net. He's hurting. Tried to get up and play the puck, and skating in to take it from him was Dadonov. McAvoy barking at the official as he starts to head up ice and back toward the bench. Bruins will get a change on here with 1:08 to go in the period. Barlow from center ice dumps it back in. Moved around the far boards. Koepke has it off the wall to Frederick. Tried to get it back to Koepke on a give and go, coming toward the front of the net, but taken away. At the blue line, Carlo to keep in and sweeps it back in deep. Ottinger will shovel it along for Lundqvist. And the Stars will get whistled for an icing here with 40 seconds to go in the period.
Yeah, that goal by Stankoven, right, that gave the Dallas Stars the 3-1 lead at the time. Now 4-1, but 3-1 lead at the time. His fourth goal of the season, 14th point in 15 games. And he is considered a rookie, even though he played some games last year. So he leads all rookies in scoring. Second on that list? Any guesses?
Not sure.
Michkov from Philadelphia, who was a healthy scratch 2 games in a row, but responded when he got back in the lineup with a goal and an assist.
I mean, it feels like Torts is using a little bit of kid gloves on him, not giving him the full Torts treatment yet.
Set him out for 2 games.
Right. Even so, but he said really good things about him when he did it.
Yeah. Now, Torts is... Yeah. He's misunderstood, I think, by some people. Let's put it that way.
Here's Steele sending one across the Bruins zone, stepping in for the score. It's Dadonov with his second of the night, and the Stars are pouring it on. It's 5-1.
Yeah, too much time and space in the offensive zone to make a play here, and they're going to get this pass from the right wing over to the left wing to Dadonov, who's open. Not a one that you would hope that Swayman would have, but I mean, he's open, but kind of a tough angle. He's at the bottom of the left wing circle by the time he takes this shot, and it looks like he's going to beat Swayman high to the short side. Now you got to decide now. You got 5 seconds left in this period, or excuse me, 6.7 seconds left in the period. You know, do you make a goalie change? You know, Korpisalo's probably going to play Saturday afternoon anyhow.
Right.
But do you make that change in the third period, or you just ride it out with Swayman and then Korpisalo starts fresh on Saturday? I mean, you still got time in this game, but it's 5-1 against a good hockey team.
Final seconds of the period tick off with the puck in the Dallas zone. So 3 unanswered goals in that second period for the Stars, all of them coming in the final 5:45 of the period. Stankoven, Beck, and Dadonov giving Dallas a 5-1 lead after 40 minutes. We'll be back to recap the game so far next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. Whether it's a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, or powerful Ridgeline, turn your dream Honda into reality during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Thursday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best Hockey comes to Boston as Bruins stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The 4 nations face off. Get your tickets today.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need 1 tool instead of 2. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Zadorov and McAvoy and Frederick have all been out there a long time here. Zadorov will play it out into the neutral ice, but not far enough to get a change. About a 100-second shift go and counting. As here's a chance, and they score. Oscar Beck just poke checked that puck in past Swayman, and it's 4-1 Dallas. It's now 5-1 Dallas as we come back here between periods 2 and 3 alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. So much of the talk, Beers, between Tuesday and tonight was about trying to build off of the third period that they played in St. Louis. They came out tonight and they fall behind a minute 9 into the first period, and they've been kind of chasing it ever since.
Well, no disrespect to the St. Louis Blues. You're not playing St. Louis tonight.
Yeah.
You're playing against a team that just put up 7. I know it was against Pittsburgh and they have trouble defending, but you put up 7 against them. This is a team that's favored in the Western Conference. This is one of the powerhouses in the Western Conference. They're a deep team. They can come at you in waves, and they're doing it here today. And if you make mistakes, I guess the only positive side for the Bruins, they haven't been shorthanded today.
They haven't taken a single minor penalty.
Yeah, I mean, you had the major from Zadorov in the fight with Ben, and that was the right time to do it and absolutely the right thing to do. But you just, the mistakes they're making. I mean, the Stankoven goal came after an icing. The Bruins ice the puck, and then they don't have possession in their D zone, and Dallas goes to work. And so, long change, icing, you stuck out on the ice. Goal, you just in that clip that we just played, that was the long shift where the Bruins had full possession coming out of their own zone. And Zadorov, which he tried to make a pass, he's tired, he's exhausted. He tried to make a pass, that gets intercepted, and they're coming right back at you. Now you got to back off, and that's the goal by Beck. First NHL goal by him. Kind of chipped it up and over top of, with one hand, chipped it up and over top of Jeremy Swayman. Swayman has not been at his best here today, but there's been some things that guys have, mistakes that have been made out in front of him that have really kind of left him out there and exposed him. just not a good defensive game played today through this first 40 minutes, and it shows on the scoreboard with 5 up against you.
It feels like every time this team comes away with a big moment that it maybe looks like they're turning the corner. You go back to early on in the season, they had the win in Colorado where they played really well, especially in the first 2 periods of that game. Came back the next game with a rough outing and lost in overtime to Utah. They beat Toronto a few weeks ago at home. Great game on a Saturday night, and then they get shut out by Philadelphia the next time out. It feels like maybe they were turning the corner again with that third period in St. Louis, and now they come out here tonight and they're down 5-1 after 2.
Yeah, I mean, just look at their wins this year, right? I mean, it's you got to win games, right? It doesn't matter who you're playing, but you got to win games. You want to bank the points, but you beat a Montreal team. That was your first win of the season. Montreal's at the bottom of the standings. You beat LA. That's a good win, right? Yep. 2-1. In overtime and or in the extra session in that one. You beat Colorado, the game you just referenced, but Colorado was not playing well at that time. They've been playing better here. Right. Recently, you beat Toronto. That's a good win at home. Philly, no, not a good team. Seattle, not a good team. At least not yet. Early in the season, Calgary, I think, was punching above their weight. They'd won some games early in the season, but they've got a losing record since their start. And the St. Louis Blues, who were really struggling. They just come off an 8-1 loss going into that game, and they blow a 2-0 lead against the Bruins. So the Bruins are trying to find their way, but they're getting a wake-up call today against a powerhouse, against a really good team in the Dallas Stars.
That said, a lot of this has been self-inflicted throughout the course of this game.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, you're giving a really good team some really good chances.
Yes. I didn't like the penalty shot call. I didn't think that was a good call. I didn't think the Donov should have gotten a penalty shot on that. But give him credit. He finished it off, given the opportunity. Too many guys open. Too many guys left wide open. 3 second period goals, in the second period where guys were wide open. All 3 of them. It's poor defensive decisions with and without the puck. And that has to get so much better moving forward. They have to take pride in their defensive side of the puck before they're going to go anywhere. You want to talk about goals, talk about goal scoring all you want. Until they take pride in the defensive side of it on a night in and night in basis or night out basis consistently, this is the games you're going to see once in a while against good teams.
And better decisions. I mean, just have to make better decisions all the way around. Yep. All right, second period is complete. It's 5-1 Dallas on top of the Bruins. We've got more to come here from Dallas. But right now, it's time for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation. Sebastian Maniscalco, the It Ain't Right Tour, returns in 2025. March 6th at SNHU Arena, March 9th at Amica Mutual Pavilion, and March 16th at the DCU Center. Get your tickets now at livenation.com. Joe Murray gives us a check of Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
And they're off. The race for small business loans is underway. Out of the gate, it's Monster Bank, followed by Nickel and Dime Bank. Nickel and Dime is moving on the inside, now followed by Excessive Fees Bank. But wait, Owners Bank is pulling out of the pack, and it's Owners and Monster out in front. Down the stretch they come. Monster Bank pulls up lane as Owners Bank crosses the finish line. Magnificent!
Faster business loans, lines of credit, and small business credit cards. We move faster. Owners Bank. All business, no BS. Owners Bank is a division of Liberty Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi folks, Joe Giacalone here, owner of Arch Painting. As the fall season sets in, it's the perfect time for businesses to revamp their look. The changing leaves outside can inspire a fresh new feel for your commercial space. People want a warm and inviting environment, and what better way than a fresh makeover? Whether it's exterior or interior, the pros at Arch Painting have you covered. For a free estimate, give us a call at 1-844-ARCH-PAINTING or visit us online at archpainting.com.
Hey guys, are you unhappy with your chest? You know what I'm talking about. Chest Sculpt at Regeneris Elite Men's Health Center may be your answer. For a free consultation, go to elitechest.com. That's elitechest.com.
Ever wish you could be a world champion like the Boston Celtics? Well, even if that's not at the cards, you can use the same corporate card as the Celtics. Meet Brex, the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex is the world's smartest corporate card, trusted by over 25,000 companies, from startups to enterprises. Brex cards help you make every dollar count by making it easy to control spending before it happens. Automate manual work and optimize your earnings. Does getting your company more for its money sound like a slam dunk? Get started at Brex.com/grow.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network.
Bustin'. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5. Sports Hub. Easily Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, taking a look at your NHL scoreboard right now. A couple of games already gone final. In overtime, it was the Flyers 5, Senators 4. Tampa Bay got the 4-1 win over Winnipeg. They're now 15-2 on the year. It was the Devils 6, Panthers 2. And the Rangers got a 3-2 victory over the Sharks. Underway right now, Blues would have a 3-2 lead over Buffalo. That game, 7 minutes to go in the third. And the Wild have a 1-0 lead over Montreal. And after one, Nashville 1, Edmonton 0. Two other games tonight. Vancouver hosts the Islanders. And the Seattle Kraken will host Chicago. Patriots are gearing up for Sunday's game versus the Rams. Christian Barmore back at practice, but no Dietrich Wise or Tyquan Thornton. Thursday night football, Eagles trail Washington 7-3 right now. That game in the third quarter. And the Celtics off until Saturday when they take on Toronto. Red Sox sign left-handed pitcher Justin Wilson. Registration for the 2025 Be Fit Challenge powered by National Grid is open. Fans of all fitness levels are encouraged to walk or run in support of first responders and military charities at TD Garden on February 2nd. To register for this one-of-a-kind event, head to bostonbruins.com/BeFitChallenge. I'm Joe Murray. The third period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Happy holidays. Welcome to the Nissan year-end sales event. Are you interested in a test drive? Absolutely. Great. Well, there's the new V6 powered Frontier. Oh, the Rogue with an available 12.3-inch touchscreen. All right. Oh, and the all-new Kicks, which has intelligent all-wheel drive. Nice. So what do you think? Finished with all your holiday shopping? About to be. Toss me the keys. Let's go.
Hurry in for the best deals of the year, only at the Nissan year-end sales event. Now, get a low $259 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Available feature, intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $47.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 12/2/24.
It's hockey night in Boston, and we've got a real barn burner on our hands. Time to grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, hockey fans win big on Bruins home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. Oh yeah, that's slapshot savings for all. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time at participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com/Bruins.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
A lot of insurance companies offer compare and save tools. Are they accurate? Do they really understand my needs? Who knows? Wah, wah. Even worse, who knows what they do with the information you provide? That's why Safety Insurance is committed to working with independent agents. They'll listen, ask smart questions, and make sure you have coverage that truly protects you, even from cybercriminals.
5 to 10, 5 going twice.
Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. This is a black and gold flashback.
And think about myself, it's really primarily as a Boston Bruin because of the fact that I was able to play for an extended period of time, several coaches, and try and survive. You know, the National Hockey League is a survival league. And, you know, I tried to put everything out there that I possibly could and remain a good pro.
Tonight's Black and Gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2002 when Don Sweeney, of course now general manager of the Bruins, played his 1,000th NHL game, and all 1,000 of them at that point had come in a Bruins uniform. That was a 4-1 victory over the New York Islanders. Sweeney would finish his Bruins career at the end of that season, would go on to play the final 63 games of his career, coincidentally, for these Dallas Stars. But over the course of his career, 1,052 games in a Bruins uniform, 52 goals, 210 assists as part of that as well. Bruins trailing 5-1 here in Dallas as we go to the third period. The Stars with 3 unanswered goals in the first period, or in the second period, I should say, as Logan Stankoven, Oscar Beck, and Evgeny Dodonov, who got his second of the game, all scored in the final 5 minutes and 45 seconds of that second period to open up a 4-goal lead for Dallas, who comes into the night unbeaten in this building in 6 outings.
Poor coverage, turnovers, icing the puck, and then having a goal scored against you. It all adds up. And tonight, every time those mistakes have been made, the pucks end up in the back of your net, and they will stick with Swayman. So that was a little question that I had. Do you make that change? But if you're going to, I think it was scheduled that Korpisalo would get the night, or get the afternoon, I should say, on Saturday. So they're going to stick with that strategy and travel home tomorrow. I mean, you still get back in this game, but you got to chip away at it. But not if you make some of the mistakes that you've made here, in the first 40 minutes, especially that second period.
Here is Zadorov coming out from behind the Bruins net, which is down to our left in this third period. Puck worked up the right side by Patrick Brown, but Beecher took a swing and a miss at it at the blue line, and it winds up an icing.
Yeah, I watched that pass up the ice, and I watched guys go for a line change, and the body language, not good. Not good.
Yeah, I mean, you think back to Tuesday night and the way they came out in the third period, and it wasn't great right off the bat, as Jim Montgomery said during the pregame, but they were able to build a lot of momentum fairly quickly, and it's a shot thrown towards Swayman, and he gloves it. But he also talked about how, after that second period, even down 2-0 in that game, he felt the energy was good in the room. The guys were upbeat. He said the body language coming out here in the third period tonight.
That's early. I mean, it's we're less than a minute in, but just watching that last line change there, just.
There's a giveaway near the blue line as the puck thrown in front for Hintz, and he scores. Rupe Hintz off balance, still able to swipe that into the net. Just 47 seconds into the third. It's just getting out of hand.
Got a chance to get that puck out of the zone, but you can't do it with one hand on your stick. The puck's out near the blue line. You got to make sure that puck gets out. You got one hand on your stick trying to get that puck out of the zone. Trent Fredericks he gets his stick lifted because he's reaching for it with one hand, not hard on the stick. You're going to have somebody on you there. Gets his stick lifted, the puck stays in, the puck gets thrown in front of it. They get a good bounce, but that puck's got to get out of the zone there.
Hintz only had one skate on the ice as he knocks that home. He had been knocked off balance by Carlo, but stayed with the puck.
Yeah, you had Lohrey's there as well.
Yeah.
But
so it's 6-1.
But that puck is right at the blue line. And if you're reaching for it with one hand, there's a time to do that. But if you've got a guy right on you, you're going to get your stick lifted. You got to be stronger on the puck.
Puck comes out into neutral ice here from the Bruins zone. Wyatt Johnston gave to Dodonov, who's got 2 goals tonight. He'll play it up for Johnston, getting it in to across the Boston line, with Carlo there to steer it back out. And the Bruins will get whistled for another icing.
So you come out in the first, we're less than a minute and a half in, you've taken 2 icings, and you've allowed a goal.
Not the response you were looking for. Face-off to the right of Swayman. 6 goals on 27 Stars shots. Bruins have 17 shots in the game, as Ben dumps it in from the red line after a Bruins clear. Carlo pushed it toward the corner, taken away. Johnston sets up Ben for a one-timer. Swayman made sure that one was going wide. On the end board, Stankoven is there. Poked along the wall, but not out as Harley steers it back to Johnston, pivoting toward the near side boards. Stankoven now carries it back out toward the blue line. Feathers one across ice for Lyubushkin. They try to work it quickly in front as Ben's pass goes right through the slot and all the way out of the zone. Bruins changing here. 2:10 gone by here in the third period. Down 5. Osterley a takeaway just inside the Boston blue line. It'll be dumped right back in, though, by the Stars. Swayman comes out of the net, backhands it along for Wotherspoon. On to Geekie. Gains the Dallas line, stops just inside, sweeps it past Lindell. Pasternak in deep after it. It'll come back around the near side. Geekie pulls it off the wall to Wotherspoon. Out of the blue line with a long shot, and it's squeezed against the pads of Ottinger.
Ottinger had a pretty good look at that one. Just the wrist shot from the point, which isn't a bad one. You're trying to get that puck down towards the net before Dallas can get it set up and block it, but nobody able to rotate to the front of the net. And Ottinger gets a good look on the wrist shot there from Wotherspoon.
Face off to his left. Dallas ended up with a 15-6 shots on goal advantage in the second. 27-18 now for the game. About midway through the period, I feel like it was dead even. Dallas really took advantage in the second half of that period as they scored 3 unanswered. They've added another one here in the third. Look at the Boston blue line. Wotherspoon tried to play it ahead. Dumped in by Steele. Osterley will pivot up ice. Osterley will carry all the way to the red line. Dumps it into the left wing corner. It comes hard around the near side boards. Patrick Brown spun it back around toward that far side here for the Bruins. At the blue line, Zadorov tried to play it back deep, and Duchesne took away. Now Sagan will chase into the Boston zone. McAvoy sends it hard around the boards. Waiting for it just outside the blue line was Pasternak. Played it off the wall forward, but right over to Thomas Harley. Now Geekie a takeaway from Duchesne. Sends one across. Pasternak shoots and scores. Rings it in off the pipe. And the Bruins get one back. Trail now 6-2.
One of the rare mistakes that this Duchesne line has made here. It's just Duchesne falls down over on the left wing boards in the defensive zone, trying to get that puck out, and he's got full possession of it, but just he blows a tire, and Geekie picks this puck up on the right side, right in the middle of Pasternak, and he was wide open in the second period. Couldn't come up with a pass there from, I believe it was Zaka, but that time makes no mistake, beating Ottinger clean to the blocker side.
Off the left post and in. So Pasternak with goals in back-to-back games after he had gone 7 without one. Now with 8 of them on the year. It's still 6-2 deficit here early on in this third period.
Wow. That was Charlie Coyle did not get the benefit of that dump in. He was right at the red line. They called him for icing. Wow.
Zadorov just said something to the linesman who literally just put his arms out sideways and shrugged his shoulders.
And there was nobody in front of Coyle, and Jim Montgomery just usually they give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, if you're in the neighborhood, right?
Especially in a 6-2 game. He did not. A veteran player in Coyle, and he's right there. He's right by the red line, and they did not give him the benefit of the doubt.
Linesman doesn't have a flight to catch, I guess. Puck will come across ice inside the Boston zone. McAvoy, long pass across ice for Coyle down the right wing side. Goes to the down toward the goal line. Wide angle shot. Ottinger steered that away, and then Zadorov fires one on goal from the far point, and Ottinger hangs on to it.
Yeah, it's sorry, Brian. It's just been for a few players. It's just been one of those days. It's been a tough one for them. You make mistakes against bad teams, maybe you can recover, and you make mistakes against good teams, and the puck's going to end up in the back of the net.
Played past Carlo on the near side. He caught a piece of it with a high stick, but the Stars played it to neutral ice.
Mistakes happen. I mean, I get that. That's okay, but you compound it with some of the other things that have gone on here, and I think a lot of it mental.
Saka in the right wing corner battling for the puck. Pasternak tried to poke it free. Ben will lift it high up into the air. Comes bouncing down near Lori, back in the Boston zone. Off the near wall, Pasternak had it knocked off his stick. Able to regain it. Sends one across ice, airborne. And tapped into the Dallas zone by Geekie as he heads off as part of a line change. Harley will skate it up into neutral ice. And Beck gets it deep. Around the far boards it goes for Brazo. He's got some open space coming forward. Off to the left side for Marchand. Marchand throws one toward the net. Brazo couldn't redirect it. Pinching in along the near wall was Wotherspoon, sent back in behind the net, but Lyubushkin is there. His outlet pass missed Beck coming out of the zone. Brazo gets it to Marchand down the left circle. Shot hit the post and thrown back to the net from the near side by Elias Lindholm. Brazo tried to get it in front for Marchand, instead taken away.
Nice play by Brazo there in the neutral zone. They get the quick up, right? Once Dallas turned the puck over, quick up. Brazo does a nice job getting that puck over to Marchand for a chance on the left wing side. Rips it off the post to the glove hand side of Ottinger. Another icing.
That's two posts hit tonight. Well, three of them if you count Pasternak's that hit the post and went in. But two posts hit tonight.
Yeah, you don't count the ones that go in.
Right.
The ones that hit the post and stay out, we'll count those. So
14:26 to go. 6-2. Dallas leads. Puck lifted into the neutral zone. Actually goes out of play. So the faceoff will come back into the Boston end. Morgan Geekie assisting on that Pasternak goal at 3:35.
Yeah, they needed, Duchesne falls down, and everybody was out of the zone when he fell down with the puck, trying to make a turn, tight turn, just inside the blue line. Geekie just picks it up and finds a wide open Pasternak.
Off the draw, Zadorov will control it in his own zone. Puck comes behind the net. Out to the blue line where it's swatted back in by the Stars. Played in the direction of Beecher, gets through him, goes all the way in behind the Dallas net. Ottinger came out to play it.
That linesman got the memo. No icing.
Sagan will dump it into the right wing corner. He goes in after it against McAvoy, who steers it around the near boards. Kastelik pops it free. Patrick Brown brings up across the Dallas line. Down the right wing circle, and Lindell knocks it off his stick as he tried to angle toward the net. Duchesne with some space, sending up the right side. Here's Sagan skating ahead to Heiskanen just inside the Boston line. Back to Sagan, centering pass for Marchment. And Beecher able to disrupt the shot attempt and give Swayman a chance to cover that puck. 13:28 to go here in the third period. It's the Dallas Stars 6 and the Bruins 2 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
If you heat your home with oil or gas, listen up. This is Ryan with 128, and with program changes around the corner, we don't want our customers surprised in the new year with significant boiler and furnace rebate changes. To find out more and learn how to save, visit us online at call128.com.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Fans, visit Boston Bruins Heritage Hall and immerse yourself in 100 years of Bruins hockey history. Fans can stop by most days between 9 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. or before your next Bruins game. Tickets start at just $10 on select dates in November. Head to bostonbruins.com/Heritage Hall to learn more. Bruins trail 6-2 with 13:28 to go. 14 of the Dallas Stars' 18 skaters have points on the night. Puck comes across the near side of the Bruins zone, and it'll be pushed ahead here by Trent Frederick.
And Dodonov's goal was unassisted.
Yeah,
his first one was a penalty shot unassisted.
Puck comes bouncing through the neutral zone. Lohrei trying to swat it. Carlo deals it on for Coyle, and he'll flop it down into the right wing corner. Around to the near side it comes. Carlo backhands it down the wall, but taken away and cleared by Robertson. It'll be dumped back in around Ottinger. Upe Hintz able to pull it around Pasternak. Got it out to neutral ice. Driven back in by Carlo from just inside the red line. Ottinger made a long save. Heiskanen pushed it up the far boards, but Geekie steers it back in behind the net. Pasternak now right along the goal line. Throws one in on Ottinger and then tried to get to the rebound. Ottinger got it covered.
Was he throwing that on net, or was he looking back door to Zacha, who was open back door? But, I mean, he had to get it through a couple of players, but can't tell if he was putting that on net. The initial shot, he took it strong to the net, but Zacha was wide open on the far side. Pasternak's looking. Nope, he tried the shot. Yep. Taking a look at the replay.
Face off to the right of Ottinger. And the Stars trying to control and do with Harley, but now he gets spun around. Wyatt Johnston will pick it up off the far boards and send one ahead that misses Ben coming through neutral ice. Does not make it far enough for icing. McAvoy was hoping for it. Instead, Labushka now on the far side of the point, and he sent it back in offside. It rolled just outside the blue line, and he swept it back in deep.
If this was a closer game, I'd be calling for that to be intentional offside.
Right.
But
yeah, Ben played that puck, in behind the net.
He's all the way down there, so he might not have known it went out, but it was pretty obvious. He's one of the few guys, I can only think of two that still play without a shield.
And there's not many left.
No. I think Ryan O'Reilly might be one of them.
I think you're right.
And Ben, but I can't think of anybody else.
I mean, Ben in his 16th year in the league.
So that's all grandfathered in, right? Yeah. Like you go back years and years ago, nobody wore helmets, right? And then they started making helmets more mandatory. I played with Craig McTavish, who was the last guy, I think he was the last guy that didn't play or didn't wear a helmet when playing. I played with him in Edmonton. He got traded to the Rangers. They ended up winning the cup. in '94, but I think it was '94. But you think, and then the Shields got mandatory as well for any new player coming into the league.
Right. They were made mandatory in the minors before that, so
the American Hockey League
had no option coming up.
But even if you just came into the NHL,
yeah. Here's a shot thrown on goal, and Swayman makes a save off the near side boards. Harley will push it back in behind the net. Yeah, 16 years in the league for Jamie Benn, over 1,100 career games, and this is his 312th consecutive game played, which is 5th among all active streaks right now.
I played in college, so you had the full mask, right, in college, and then I couldn't wait to get rid of it. I couldn't wait to play without a mask. And I didn't play with a shield. I had a couple of eye injuries, pucks hitting my, the face and whatever, and I did have to wear a shield for a little bit. But I couldn't get used to it again. I like playing without it.
And a lot of guys in the league now have never played without one, right? Coming up through juniors, minors, NHL. Just part of the equipment. Puck brought into the Boston zone here and steered toward the near boards by Blackwell. He'll send it around behind Swayman. Top free by Steele. They work it back to Smith at the point. His shot blocked by Kastelik. It'll come back in his direction and helped out of the zone. 6-2. Dallas leads. 11:05 to go here in the third period. On the far side, Bruins win it back, and Beecher just shy of the red line, doesn't get the benefit of the doubt again. And Beecher's arguing, and the linesman's pointing at his feet being on the wrong side of the red line.
Well, it's not where the feet are. It's where the stick and the puck are. And I mean,
stickler for the rules here.
I guess so. Nobody's complaining because it's 6-2, but except for Beecher. But
so face off to the right of Swayman off another icing.
I'm complaining. Let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see it so often during the course of a game. They give that guy the benefit of the doubt if he's anywhere in the neighborhood of the red line.
Beecher
he got to the red line.
Looked at the linesman and says, "Is this far enough?" They got other things to worry about right now.
Heiskanen gets it deep in behind Swayman. Lohrei played it off the far wall. Centering pass, nobody there for the Stars. And Bruins will get it out. Frederick out near the red line. Will backhand it toward the Dallas end. Glove down by Heiskanen, and he will lift it out. And bouncing back toward Lohrei in his own zone, and his pass misses Coyle, and that one will be an icing.
And it's hockey season, the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins headed home after this one. 1 o'clock start on Saturday against the St. Louis Blues is what's next up.
St. Louis lost to Buffalo tonight. 4-3 final there. Overtime win for the Sabres. So 4 losses in a row for St. Louis.
Shot off the stick of Robertson. Gloved by Swayman. Couldn't hang on to it. At the back of the net, Dadonov will move it back to Robertson. And around the far side, Lyubushkin. Here's Dadonov trying to backhand one in front. That was blocked by Carlo. Harley, left point, over to Lyubushkin. On that right side, Robertson. He turns, fires. Carlo gets a block shot there, and Coyle will lift it up off the glass and out to neutral ice. Glove down by Harley. That's a hand pass. Hintz is standing there, doesn't want to touch it. And we will keep him going as Zacha played it away from him. 9:38 to go here in the third. Pasternak dragging it into the Dallas zone. Down the right wing circle and around behind the net. Pasternak wheels with a backhand pass toward the front. Geekie was there, and then Zacha gets taken down. It'll come back toward Wotherspoon. Over to the far side for a Pasternak one-timer from a tough angle. I'm sure Ottinger made a saver if that hit the outside of the net. Robertson out near his own blue line. Brings the Stars ahead, and from center ice, he will lift it deep into Boston territory. Jordan Osterley gave it for Geekie. Pasternak Backhand floater toward the right side for Zaka. Around the glass toward the far corner. Heiskanen pressured by Pasternak, who won it briefly, but then Ben took away. Ben angles one ahead. Long pass for Stankoven inside the Boston line. He drops one off to Johnston. His pass back toward the slot is broken up, and the Bruins will go the other way. Marchand gets it from Lindholm. Moving in, left circle, took the shot off of Ottinger's glove, and chance there for Elias Lindholm, but he was engaged in front.
He had his stick lifted. I was there for him on the rebound.
But brought back into the attack zone here by Zadorov. He'll skate it all the way down into the corner. Toward Marchand. Brought it back toward the near side and back to the point for McAvoy. Over to the far boards, and Elias Lindholm sweeping it toward the corner. Marchand took a hack at Lundqvist. But the Stars come away with a puck. Beck's pass misses everyone through neutral ice, and that'll be an icing against Dallas with 8:03 to go.
That's going to send a few people to the parking lot.
Had plenty to cheer about tonight. Those wearing the green.
People are heading out right now, though. On an early start on Thursday night.
A lot of disappointed black and gold in the crowd tonight as well. This is typically the case when the Bruins are on the road. They have a rather large contingent with them. Pastelik on the attack zone faceoff. Bruins down 4 with 8 minutes to go. Around the neutral ice it comes, and it'll be swept into the Bruins zone by Blackwell. He heads off as part of a Dallas change. Lohrei up through his own blue line, out of the red line. Try to pass it left side, picked off by Marchman, who comes back toward the Boston zone, but Wotherspoon able to make the defensive play to stop him, and a loose puck fired to the net by Lundqvist. Swayman squeezes it for the whistle. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. 6-2, Dallas leads on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
7:40 to go here in the third period. It's Dallas 6 and the Bruins 2. Boston looking at falling back to the 500 mark. And we talked about it earlier tonight. So much talk about trying to keep the momentum going from that third period on Tuesday. It has not surfaced here tonight.
No, it started from the beginning, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the first couple shifts of the game, and you're down 2-0. It wasn't crazy about the call for Donoff to get the penalty shot, but he got behind everybody. Yeah. And then you make it 2-1. Okay, figured it out, got in the game.
There's a drive that goes up over Swayman's head off of Sagan's stick. Marchman sent it back to Lyubushkin at the point. Duchesne tried to throw one in front. Redirected into the corner. Lohrei will chase it around toward the far side. He's got some space. Plays off the far boards and out to neutral ice. Frederick swept it forward, but right onto the stick of Harley. He sends Duchesne the other way. Wotherspoon a takeaway. Goes behind the net. Funny hop. But Bruins will steer it out of the zone.
Well, when you shoot behind the net at that angle, it is going to be funny. It's not going to go D to D.
Osterley coming out from behind the net.
It's not as... This is...
Pasternak stepping in right circle here. Reels it back toward the blue line, but out of Wotherspoon's reach, and he'll have to chase it all the way back towards Swayman.
It's not as bad as the Carolina game.
No.
It's not. I mean, it's 6-2. Carolina ended up being 8-2, but it's not like that. Not good, don't get me wrong, but it's not like that. And Carolina game had a lot of penalties and the 3 power play goals that the Hurricanes scored. Bruins haven't been short-handed today.
Right.
All 6 goals are even strength. Well, yeah, and the penalty shot,
the
right?
penalty shot being one of them. But that's the only infraction other than the fight with Zadorov that they've been called for tonight was the penalty shot as Lori got called. Puck deep into the Boston zone here. Locked up in the near corner with 5:45 to play. Pulled out of there by Stankoven. Shot off the leg of McAvoy. Now working his way down the right circle is Lundqvist. He'll go all the way around behind the net. Deals off for his defense partner, Smith, who one wide. And the puck will carry him all the way back through neutral. Stars coming out of their own zone. Stankoven from the red line. Plays it down into the left wing corner. Lori reversed it toward the near wall. Ben got it back to Smith. Over to the far side. And a shot by Lundqvist.
Off the post.
Rang the post, yeah.
And then ricocheted off the post and caught the referee in the corner.
Stankoven with a puck in his own zone here for the Stars. Patrick Brown going to knock that free. Now chasing one toward the near side, just outside the Dallas line. Kastelik upended inside the Dallas zone, was offside, so they had to wait to get it deep, and now they do. Beecher will poke it loose, and Patrick Brown with a chance in front. Ottinger reaching out to poke check that puck. Blackwell in the neutral zone. Couldn't get it deep into Boston territory. Harley volleys it back toward the blue line. Wotherspoon. They work it out to Beecher. One-touch pass in the direction of Coyle. Now comes to Brown. Brown takes a shot from the right circle. Ottinger squeezes that with the glove. 4:21 to go in this one. Dallas 6 and the Bruins 2 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid and a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite DQ treat, like a Blizzard treat, cone, shake, dilly bar, or peanut butter parfait. Now picture your favorite DQ treat right where it belongs. Your hand. Get a real DQ treat today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
4:21 to go in the third period. 6-2. Dallas leads it. Faceoff will be in the offensive zone here for the Bruins. Dallas has led this one since the 109 mark of the first period. Built a 2-0 lead. Charlie Coyle scored late in the first period to cut it back to 2-1. But then the Stars rolled off 4 unanswered. 3 of them in the second period and 1 early on here in the third from Rupe Hintz. Before Pasternak cut it back to 6-2. Here's a drive by McAvoy, a one-timer. Ottinger knocked it off into the corner.
That hurt. What was that down there? Caught that shot. Lundqvist.
Lifted out into neutral ice. Yeah, Lundqvist is hobbling back toward the bench.
He getting hit with a shot. 6-2 game. He's getting hit with a shot anytime, but
right,
it's
especially when
game.
you're up by 4. Right. There's a shot. 2 of them actually kicked away by Swayman as the rebound came to Steele. Turned that on goal. Beck takes a hit from Zadorov along the near side boards. McAvoy along the end wall. 1-on-2 down there. Beck takes one away and gives one away as Boyle will lift one high up into the air. Glove down by Harley in the neutral ice. Dumped in by Beck. Stars go for a change. Bruins getting some bodies on as well. Pasternak bringing out into the neutral zone. Ran into traffic. Tried to get it deep, could not. Now it came back in his direction. He'll set it up for Zacha. Right circle shot. And a save by Ottinger. Rebound will be brought up ice here by Tyler Seguin. Carlo steers it around the far side boards here for the Bruins. Long pass across the ice. Angled for Geekie. He and Smith collide just inside the Dallas zone. Duchesne will step back ahead here for the Stars. Gives to Seguin, coming right down the middle, and goes over to Marchment for the one-timer to make it 7-2.
I actually thought he was going to return that pass to Seguin. That would have been a tapping goal. It ends up being a 2-on-1 after the Bruins fail to clear it. Bruins come back into their own zone, but 2 guys go to the same guy on the half wall. I think that was Duchesne who moves it into the middle to Seguin. Seguin with the pass over to Marchment in the right wing circle. And he does the right thing. He takes that shot. I thought he might go back to him on the give and go, but he's going to beat Swayman to the glove side before Swayman can react and get over there. But it's 2 guys go to the same guy.
Nikita Zadorov just went to the tunnel.
Yeah, I probably got a 10-minute misconduct if I had to guess.
Minor penalty for slashing and a 10-minute misconduct.
2 and 10. So with 2:41 to go, Dallas will get their first and likely only power play of the game. Beecher goes to serve the minor penalty, and Zadorov gets an early shower. And a rough night for Nikita Zadorov.
He's not alone, but yes, it has been.
So the play back in here. Dallas to the power play for the first time tonight. But with a 7-2 lead. Harley chasing a puck along the blue line in the Boston zone. Beck out of the right corner. Sends it back to Harley at the right point. Walks along the blue line. Goes it off to the right wing side. Beck sent one in front, and pinching in was Lundqvist. Nearly had a chance at it. Harley out near the blue line again to Lundqvist. He'll push it down toward the corner. Sam Steele will deal it around the wall to Blackwell far side. Pivots away from Kastelik. Deflected pass comes across to Lundqvist. His pass back toward Harley at the center of the blue line rolls past him, and Patrick Brown will give chase up ice here shorthanded. Minute 6 to go on the Dallas power play. Minute 45 to go in the game. Steele stops just inside the red line. Dallas getting some changes on here. Is pivoting back toward his own zone is Lindell. Heiskanen hands off to Dadonov. Up played for Hintz coming down the left circle. Swings one wide to the far side. Heiskanen's got it back at the right point. They'll give and go, and Hintz put one wide of Swayman. On the near side, Robertson skates down past the dot, try to center it. Broken up by Koepke. Bruins can't get it cleared. Hintz got it back to Heiskanen. A minute 4 to go. 20 seconds left on the power play. And a shot from in tight by Robertson, turned aside by Swayman. Heiskanen Has it again along the left point. Deals to Hintz, top of the face-off circle. A one-timer by Dadonov, bidding for a hat trick. Swayman the save. Bruins will send it the length of the ice as Beecher gets ready to come out of the penalty box.
So I didn't see what happened there with Zadorov. He wasn't even on the ice for the goal. So did he slash somebody after the goal was scored?
I don't know.
He got a slash.
I didn't see it either.
And a 10-minute misconduct. He wasn't even on the ice for the goal. So I admittedly did not see it. So
now we got a penalty again.
Not denying it didn't happen, but
it's called Trent Frederick for a slash here with 33 seconds left. So it was not Dallas's final power play. They'll get a second chance here with 33 seconds to go in a 7-2 game. It is a 5-on-4. The Zadorov minor was up. Face off along the near circle down to our left. Arlo bats it up the wall. Lundqvist at the blue line. David Up got it right back. Pass to the left side for Johnston. Down toward the corner. Stankoven sent it across for Ben, a one-timer, and save made by Swayman. Puck will be knocked out of the zone off of Coyle with 10 seconds to go. What's remaining of the crowd here in Dallas comes to their feet. Stars will eat the puck in their own zone. And this one comes to an end with a 7-2 Dallas Stars victory. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile